Hey, I'm Michael Denicola.
I'm Megan Lennius.
Hey there, I'm Midstream LA.
I am Samuel Tucker Young.
And I'm Mecabad. Welcome to Creative Casters.
And you turn and Seven just...
What?
That's worse than a dragon! I saw you painting that, and I disapprove, Seb.
It was an age where time did not exist. The age of the gods. Discord came, and the gods waged war amongst themselves for supremacy. The crumbling worlds led to the collapse of creation. But creation fought back. Time appeared, imposing its curse to the vain immortals. If they dared to reappear, they would suffer the punishment and be forever forgotten. Thus, the age of the gods ended. However, Dominion holds a grudge. After thousands of years in exile, the gods continue to wage war through their incarnates. The balance is once again under threat. The curse of time is fading. The ultimate age has come.
So, welcome back, everybody. We'll jump right in. Last week, we left you three intrepid heroes. You basically enacted out your plan. We had this plan of a meeting, a supposed meeting that was happening at the Port of the Kraken at the docks between Seven and this mysterious figure that we have a little bit of history and knowledge on from Seven, named Declan. The plan was to scout ahead. You guys were going to kind of get the lay of the land, figure out who was out there. You had an idea that it was going to be dangerous, but still weren't entirely sure what you were in store for. Emmett, you, and Day, through this brilliant hide me in a crate plan over much crafting, managed to do just that. And you had a pretty easy vantage point across this whole kind of open pier where the docks and everything were. And you sat and you waited.
I was a box!
It's true. Seven, you took a little detour while your friends were setting this stake up in motion. Stake out. There we go. You managed to head to Orson's shop to pursue a little magical means for yourself, and in namely doing so, now have a very tiny, very magic, very cute little owl friend who you messed around with some newfound utility, we'll say, with your little buddy here.
Yeah.
Got some other stuff up your sleeve, but that's kind of the whole point, especially as you're going into this. You didn't want to go into this completely blind, and you wanted something to kind of give you an edge, so to speak, if it needed it. You sought out the harbor master and realized that just pressing people for information on the deck is not the easiest or wisest thing. He kind of was privy to your actions and a little, rightfully so, cautious, I suppose, but he told you to not go poking your nose where it didn't belong, and locked you in his quarters, essentially, for the time being. You were pretty handily captured, so to speak, until he came back to find you, now disguised as some other goblin figure. Through some deception and quick thinking, you managed to get away. Eventually, some shady figures showed up, and as did Declan, your kind of nemesis and rival for the time being. They've been hunting you down for a while, and he finally caught up with you. You had a conversation, and he posed you with a bit of an ultimatum, and basically had you choose between forfeiting your life or someone else. And through kind of smashing open one of these crates, who we've all become recently familiar with, inside was your very scared, very upset little sister, Rissa. And you kind of played it off, seemingly cool to Declan, that you didn't really care. Why does it matter? Because why should you care about a family who never really cared about you? And in doing so, he just kind of gave you a sly grin, climbed back onto his boats, and disappeared into the fog, letting you make the decision for yourself. And in doing so, you saw this timid, tiny little girl turn into this hulking monstrosity that came at you swinging. You guys did battle with this beast. Day ultimately apologizing, but seeing you taking a brunt of this damage from this battle, put her down with an Eldritch Blast and finished her off. Throughout all this chaos, you had alarm bells and the sound of distant horses becoming much closer as familiar faces, namely Captain of the Guard Archon, showed up, trying to secure the area, questioned you all with what was going on, and then seeing this monstrous corpse and you three beaten and bloodied, and told you to keep quiet and that you were basically being brought in for questioning. You were shackled and chained and carried behind these horses in tow, heading back to the prison through some forceful arguments from Emmett initially, until Emmett happened to realize what Archon was doing, as he kind of hushed him and told him that he was in fact saving their lives and that he had best keep his head down and his mouth shut. Eventually pointing out to you three, as you made this entire journey, bound, it seems, in chains, but we're, in all honesty, being escorted to some semblance of safety, as there were several shadowed figures, 20 or more easily on this walk, in alleyways and rooftops, watching you all and then disappearing into the night. So you three are being drugged behind these horses in chains, exhausted, stressed with everything that has just happened in the past hour, winded, and you're close enough. You're all kind of like in tow, spaced a good like 5 feet apart of each other, attached to this chain. You've got some freedom of movement. You're not entirely like restrained, just being dragged or anything. You can walk freely, but you are for all purposes bound. But you're just being led through the streets, and all you're hearing is just the clopping of the horses' hooves on the cobblestone in front of you. Silent murmurs. Kind of every now and then you'll see somebody from like a window in a building, or a couple people moving into an inn or something that see these guards and all of you walking, and you can see them talking to themselves and murmuring and pointing, and you can still speak with each other. You've probably got a good another 20-30 minutes before you're actually going to arrive at the prison.
I check out the rooftops again. Is there anything there?
Even without, we'll just piggyback from your perception roll of last time. I mean, it's kind of you're keeping enough of an eye out as you're moving.
Yeah.
And it almost seems every time you look, you catch someone.
They're still there.
A normal. They're still there. I mean, like I said, you've seen close to 20 or 30 people from the port on this journey you guys are making towards the prison. They don't look aggressive. No one is like, as far as you can tell, no one is armed. Like, you don't see people with weapons out, but that doesn't mean that they don't have weapons. They look the same as they're just dark figures in dark clothes. And it's kind of one of those, you just catch them at like the edge of your vision. They're not very close, but they're everywhere.
I motioned to Day again, and I just kind of.
I message Emmett. What is it?
The deck is still on the roof. The roofs. That's not a euphemism. They're watching us. I think
from everywhere, aren't they?
And even looking around as you're having this conversation too, you notice at Emmett's suggestion, there are in fact still figures on the rooftops, peering over and then disappearing into shadow. Every now and then you're even seeing some that look like they're just passing with other figures on the street, like kind of Assassin's Creed style is the best way. You like catch someone who looks off and is just glaring at you three, and then like turns into an alley and fades to black. They're just kind of everywhere. They're keeping distance though. Especially you've got Archon and like 3 or 4 of the guards mounted on horse.
I message Archon as well. Archon, do you see these men watching us as well?
Ooh.
Archon just stares forward, walking still, and you see him kind of like turn and look over at your shoulder, and he just looks at you and just gives like a small nod and just turns looking forward.
I message Emmett again. Yeah, I think we're just waiting until we get to prison at this point, where they're keeping us safe, it seems.
I would tell Seven the same.
I message Seven. Hey man, they're watching from everywhere. I think Archon's protecting us. We just gotta We just try to stay put for a moment.
Copy that.
Seven, I want you to roll a d12 for me real quick.
Ah!
D12. That's
Ah!
a first.
Ah!
That's
Ah!
a first.
What are you
Hang on.
doing?
What?
What are you doing? Stop
Don't worry
it!
about it.
Hey,
What?
hey, stop that! You stop that!
Don't worry about
Hey,
it.
you cut that
Is
out.
12 the one that kind of looks like a? Hey, is
Seth-
the 12 the one that kind of looks like the retarded version of the D20?
That's correct.
Mike.
It's the one with 12 sides.
Yeah,
No, that's not
No,
okay.
no modifiers here. Just tell me whatever you roll.
it's okay. 8.
Okay,
Nice dice cam.
good to know.
He's afraid of it. We're all afraid of a D12.
Hey, you should be. Okay, so you're kind of. It's a pretty straight shot. You're just on like the main road, if you will. All of Cadwallon is kind of laid out in like a weird octagon, pentagon. There's no like set number of sides, so to speak. There's just these roads, kind of like a spider web would, that just circle the city, and all the little roads that like arc off of it, connecting to different homes and shops and whatnot. So you're on one of those like outer lying, just kind of going parallel with one of the outer walls almost, making your perimeter towards the prison. You all pass your guild hall that you've seen before, as well as a few others, a couple other taverns and homes and things of that nature. You do pass by Orson's shop. You can see that the sign is still out and hanging like normal, but all the lantern and the lights and stuff are off. It does seem closed. We're pushing past midnight, approaching 1 a.m. at this point, and there's not a lot of people. There's some people out. It's still a city, and you can still hear some people are active. There's like it's late night, but it's a big city, and you all come to you kind of around this one corner, and you can see this more imposing area. It's a section of the city that isn't just kind of hounded by all these buildings slammed and stacked on top of each other. It's more open. You can see there's a couple prominent like towers, much more sturdy and heavier looking, like stone walls. There's this like barbed and linked fence. You can tell that this is very purposeful. It's the prison. You may have passed by it before. I'm sure you guys have probably seen it in passing from the outside, but you are being led around one of the fences and right into one of the main gates. You can see that there's like this big iron gate that is slid open by a couple of attendants as they see Archon and you all approach. There are guards with torches and heavy crossbows kind of mounted at posts, similar to like what you saw at the big main gate out towards the bog, like from the actual city wall as well. And it's a simple looking building. It's not really marked or anything, but that's kind of the point. It's easy enough to tell what it is. This is not so much, this isn't like as high level as something like 10,000 Paces or something the Upper City would be. This is where kind of this is like city jail, you know what I mean? But they still take their job very seriously, and it's not to say that this is like thrown together by any means. There's also a good clear area of just this like kind of pressed and pounded down lot that's just this big open swath of just stone with there's nothing there. There's a good gap between the next building and anything relating to the prison, just for safety's sake, so to speak. Escaping this would have to be breaking out of the prison, getting past towers and armed guards, over through a like 20-foot high barbed fence, and then like at least another 100 feet to even make it to another building.
Does it look hard to break into also?
Yeah, you imagine it'd be about the same. Like it's to like sneak up or sneak out of this place is not exactly easy, if at all even possible.
Right.
I'd say near impossible for your normal criminal or person. So you guys are like, you can see as the torches are like signaled and waved, Archon kind of shouts up and you see him wave his hand at one of the guys in the towers as this gate is being slid open and you're approaching. You make this long walk up this path into a prison. The horses are all kind of like taken off to the side as they all dismount, and a couple of the guards shoulder alongside each of you. Once you guys like kind of made this break too and just took this long, like just open, no cover, you're just making this journey towards the gate. I'm still kind of looking around. You haven't seen anyone in probably the last 10 minutes anywhere even near you guys. and you are led to the main gate, and all of the, as I said, they dismount. There's guards kind of on either side of each of you, so you are each like sandwiched between a pair of guards, so to speak, as they're just like they unhook you from this chain that you were all being pulled, like led by, but you're still bound on your hands, and they just kind of nod with their swords and shields, and just kind of grab you under the arms, not to like pick you up, and not forcefully, but just in custody, so to speak, and are just walking forward with you all. Archon, you see, go up to the main steps. He kind of goes up a bit and then turns. You see him remove his helm and just hold it underneath. He just says, well, I suppose make the most of your stay this evening. And he turns and heads inside, and you all are walked up the stairs and into the main prison, which will go ahead and put you there.
Oh, snap. We doing a thing? 3, 2, 1.
We're doing a thing.
Oh my God almighty. You made this too? Seth, you're insane, dude.
Yeah,
Seth is beautiful.
You might want to back out a little bit.
I will.
See how zoomed in you are. Yeah, I can do some adjustments on my end too.
No,
so
you're good. You're good.
Get it settled. So you all down here, if you can see this in the frame, like from the bottom of the frame, essentially is what would lead up from the main steps and the main gate. So you three are basically escorted just inside by Archon. You can see right in front of you, there's not so much a ton of cells. There are a few rooms you can see, like doors and stuff scattered off. You can also see even within the compound, some of it is enclosed, some of it is open topped, where you can see there are towers with torches and guards attending it. And you three are basically brought in, and just ahead of you even there are these big stone pillars where you can see, think like Colosseum, Roman gladiator type stuff, where they like you'd have slaves and stuff chained up on these like rings and hooks coming off of the pillars, right, where they're like chained in place, so to speak, if that's ringing any bells. Anyways, those 4 pillars ahead of you with these different statues atop them, you can see some of them have people that are in fact chained to them. There's a couple that are sleeping, some that are just kind of sitting there and slumming
There
themselves.
are people chained to those pillars in the middle.
Yes, like you can see some of these people. Like there's just this big open area. There are some guards, but there are people that are just, I mean, not to where they completely can't move. They are chained to these pillars. They can walk around freely, but
they're not chained like this.
They're going to be no. They're not right. They're not like straitjacket. Like, I mean, they have chains on, but they can't. Yeah, they can't run away or do anything. And even if they wanted to, I mean, you've got guards in towers looking at them. You've got guards right next to them. You all are basically just walked in, and you're walked past. Some of them glare at you all. There's a couple that are just passed out, and you are eventually led into your own kind of little holding room, and you three are placed inside and told to enjoy your evening. So this is its own cell, doors shut.
What do I see about these people on the... Do I recognize them? Like any of the prisoners? Any famous dudes in here? Any famous ne'er-do-wells?
Make a perception check as you're walking by.
Is that a thing in prison? You're like, hey, I know that guy. That guy is...
Something like that.
That guy, he had sex with a horse. 18, 19.
Okay. No one that you really recognize. However,
no horse people?
No horse people. One of them does seem very familiar. It seems like one of the group that was with Declan. Like he had all his people that surrounded Seven when you were like watching as he was having this conversation with them. One of the ones that looked like they would have gotten back on the boat and then disappeared.
Oh, like a deck member?
But possibly.
Which one?
It would have been the first one. He's off by himself. The one way over here.
Oh, we're alone. So we're alone.
Yeah, I mean, you all are pushed into your own cell, and they remove like your manacles as you all go in, and there's just a barred door that is slammed closed. There's a guard station literally right outside your cell as well.
The door can sing. That's my only one. I swear, I won't make any more barred. I won't make any more.
Believe you had all.
Bard jokes. No more barred door jokes.
I mean, you can go. I'm just going to build up a bank of like D6s of psychic damage that'll be unleashed.
For every pun. For every pun.
Oh yeah, dude, you're gonna have a pun pool. So yeah, you all are. It is. This entire area is dimly lit, just because of the torches and the different wall sconces and braziers that are burning and things like that. There's enough light to give low light to this entire compound. But yeah, you guys are thrown in a cell yourselves. Guards are even kind of every now and then patrolling past you, and just like making rounds through the area.
Can I case the cell? Just like check the walls, see if there's any, I don't know, weak spot. I don't trust the deck like at all.
Go for it. Can give me an investigation check.
10.
Okay. Best you can tell, this is just you're in a stone cell. There's a barred door at one end, and you're just in an empty room. There's a bucket in the corner, and that's the only thing in this room.
I put a hand on Seven's shoulder. I don't know what just happened, but it doesn't seem good. You seem to know some of the people on the docks. Are you
Not
okay?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
They yeah. I don't know why they didn't just kill us then. They could have.
Seems like it.
No, they wanted to hurt me. Real bad.
Who's they?
Not they. Him. Declan. He wants to destroy me. And I think it's because I won't side with him.
Who was the girl?
This is my half sister. Poor.
Was she always
elf
a
girl.
monster?
Not to my knowledge. I mean, well, her family are monsters, but not anything like the kind we just fought. No, the high-born elves.
Sorry that I killed.
No, you didn't have a choice. None of us did. He took that choice away from us.
He turned your sister into that thing?
Just to get at me. He has no respect for human life. He has no respect for people. He's selfish. He's greedy. He has no morals. He has no limit. He has no mercy. He is a
She was a child.
monster. She was. Women, children, none of it matters to him. He'll kill anyone. He'll tear us. It's even a common criminal will just kill you. No, this guy Declan, he'll kill everyone you know. He'll torture you. He'll tear you apart piece by piece until you're begging to be killed. And then if you're lucky, he'll do it then.
How did you meet him? I want to know everything about him.
Chance. I was a young pickpocket. I saw a mark, what I thought was a mark. I was pretty good. I was pretty good at sneaking around and stealing. I had a real knack for it, and I managed to actually swipe something off that guy. He took me under his wing, showed me the ropes. He became a bit of a surrogate father for a time being before I knew what he was. Yeah.
What are his weaknesses?
None that I've ever seen.
And he's a deck member?
Not one.
A captain
He's not
of some
just any.
sort?
He's not just any old deck member. I never learned exactly how high up he was, but he has an armada at his beck and call. His limits seem to have no end as far as politicians, nobles, all those in power. Anyone in this city could be in his pocket. Or
Do you think that he would send people to come back and try and kill you? Or do you think that monster was the last of it?
no, he's far from done.
Really?
If he did this much.
This is foreplay to him. This is his open and well. This is
Oh gosh.
this is
Oh gosh.
more than a warning shot.
How did I end up with you people? Why does everybody want to kill you?
Oh, yeah.
Listen, we opened up a portal to some kind of demon something, and the swirling darkness is upon our heads, and now the deck wants to... I mean, do they know that we're your friend? Yeah, I'm not your friend. I'm not your friend. Fuck you. I punch you.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Go ahead and make
You
an
gotta get
attack
out
roll.
of
1.
Okay.
Yeah.
He says this. You see him, and he's doing the little kid standing up to the bully and like hyping himself up, like I'm gonna do it. I'm finally gonna do it. And he goes to he very, very obviously cocks his fist back as he's saying these things to you, ready to punch, and then just goes and swings at you, and you just turn and he just whiffs hard. You can tell even if you hadn't moved, it's not necessarily he was even really trying to connect with it. He was more just making a gesture, as it were. As you all are having this conversation and this punch is thrown, you also hear very loud clanging of metal on metal as there's a guard right outside your cell who's banging his sword on the edge, just ding, 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 ding on the edge of the bars. You says, "Hey, shut the hell up!" And just continues, sheathes his weapon, eyes you all, and just walks past again, continue his patrol.
Can we see how many guards are patrolling our little area?
You remember, quick glance when you guys walked in, there was about half a dozen or so guards. You can see there's 4 or 5 that are patrolling on the ground floor. But they're decently staffed. Guards definitely are outnumbering. Not to mention there's a couple different towers and rooms and doors and stuff that you saw but don't know where they led. Could be more guards. You're in a prison for the lower city. Odds are there's a lot of guards here.
7. What was your sister's name?
Well, I have several, but the one that we saw, that was Rissa.
Would you describe her to me?
What would you like to know?
Before she turned.
Well, all right. She's
just memories, things, positive ones that you remember.
Rissa. All right, I'm going to be honest with you. The name 7, it comes from me being the 7th in a set of siblings and half siblings. Well, I'm of a highborn elf and a highborn human.
From this city?
No, from a different city. Well, they are. I was raised in the city, but that's not where they're from. No. I was never raised with either one of my parents. I was a bastard of sorts. My conception was not something to be spoken of. I was evidence of an affair that never should have been. this elf family and this human family, almost rivals of sort, and I shouldn't have been. So because of that, I was sent away. So neither my human siblings nor my elven siblings, I don't know either of them very much. I know Rissa, and I know her sister and my other brothers and sisters, but yeah, weren't the closest. I wasn't showing up during any holidays, but I didn't hate her. I don't hate any of them.
That's great news. Great.
Day.
She didn't deserve that.
I feel weird saying this, being probably what was probably the most untrustworthy of us in the beginning, at least between you and me, but regardless of whether or not we want to be in this situation, it's a little late for that, isn't it?
It's a little late for what?
Everything that's happened in the last, 24 hours? 30 hours?
And the only reason I'm a part of it is because this fuckbag stole my book from my pocket.
It was a pretty good swipe.
That's true.
Day, I want you to make a perception check for me real quick as you guys are having this conversation.
That's fair.
6 total.
Okay. Still easy enough. You can feel something like kind of stirring in your pocket. I could feel like you have like a mouse in your pocket or something is the best description I can give you. You feel something moving around your pocket. As you reach in, you pull out a small glass eye that is staring right at you.
This fucking thing.
Ah, this again?
I need... Okay. Here's my...
What's he want this time? It
was
nothing
Rissa...
to do with you, I can tell you that. I turn around, I kind of look at it.
It's just looking back at you.
I cast message on it.
Okay.
Are you trying to tell me something? What?
No response. Doesn't seem like it was that one time in the room where it like kept falling off of your person and was looking around and seemed like it itself was alive. This just looks like a glass eye with a blank stare instead of an intent one that you were using.
What's it say? I mean, I'm sorry, he pulled it out, right? Like he has the...
I mean, you guys are having a conversation, you just see him like reach into his pocket and he just pulls out an eye, the glass eye, and is just looking at it for a moment.
Yeah, last time you were having a whole conversation with this thing.
Is it speaking to you?
Yeah. Something speaks to me through this.
What's it saying? Does it know more about the green portal in the sky?
I felt something, but I'm not receiving any kind of message. I'm not receiving any kind of communication from it. But I felt something. I don't know. Could something be blocking it? I whip out my book, kind of flip through the pages.
Okay. So you don't remember writing any of this, but in your book written down is basically the accounts of everything from the bedroom when you guys were making this plan to stake out the docks. It just says, hide in a crate, foolish but sure. The deck is always watching. Be careful, be cautious, be quick, be safe. And then the last one says captured. Time for new plans. And it's written across probably 2 or 3 different pages, and it's very scattered. It's not written like a normal book would be. It's almost like someone just picking up and writing like quick little footnotes. But as you're flipping through, you see all this, and you remember having all this happen. You experienced all this, but you weren't taking notes.
It seems as if my patron has written down our accounts over the past day or so into my book here. and is now searching for a new plan. We should not be in prison. We have other things to deal with. 7, we should have let you die. I don't care. We have bigger things to do, and now the deck is after our heads, and what now if we die and this portal that we opened ends up opening and nobody else can do anything about it? Because why? I needed to kill your sister for some reason? This is stupid.
I kind of step in front of 7, like, doing my, like, between the bad guy and the good guy thing that I keep doing, and I'm just like, Day, you can't be serious. You really feel this way?
I use thaumaturgy.
Yeah, thaumaturgy or whatever.
And as loud as I can, I say, move.
So as he says this, there's a kind of literal booming voice that echoes in this entire compound. You can see even some of the torches kind of flicker and waver for a moment. It's a very commanding voice. It is also an immediate attention to several other guards, as well as all of the people chained outside, who a couple jump awake and are like startled. You can hear their chains rattle for a minute, and they look around. You now have several guards that seem to be, a couple of them draw their weapons and are slowly, but they are approaching your cell doors. You can see the ones especially immediately right outside of you walking towards you.
Think about where you are. Think about before you do anything rash, before you keep going down this path. Think about where you are. Think about what we just fought. Think about what you saw on the rooftops, okay? We do not have very long before the guards come and stop us. Do you really want to do this? We are way better.
Right up at your cell door now stand 3 guards. You can see one of them just kind of shaking his head with a bit of a half grin through gritted teeth at you all. You can see him grabbing for a key ring on his belt, and he opens the cell door and walks inside. And he has manacles put on Emmett and manacles put on Day. And he says, right, since we can't play nice, and just kind of opens out the door, and you all are escorted outside. Day, you are walked and changed to one of the pillars in the center of the room.
Oh man!
And you are walked through a door and placed in a larger room.
Oh, come on! Yourself. Why am I in the back? This is bullshit! God, why didn't it even do anything?
Okay. So Emmett's in the upper left up there. I'm chained to one of these pillars. Where's 7?
They left 7. 7 is left in the cell by himself. They basically just split you all.
As I'm walking.
Where's the cell on here, real quick?
Where's what now?
Where's the cell that 7's in?
So
top left,
right here, the same one that you guys were all in. This is its own cell.
Oh, okay.
And it was walked around through the back and is in a cell.
I'm in the top. Yeah.
And then Sam is above me.
Yeah. As we're being moved out, I'd like to bump Day if I could, and just kind of give him like a stern
I message Emmett. What
are you doing?
We're in prison because of this stupid thief. He's gotten himself into trouble with the wrong people. I'm not the kind of person that does that. Are you?
As he's having this mental conversation with you, you can see that he is still manacled now, and there's like a chain looped through the chain holding his wrists and looped up through this long eye hole and pulled, not super taut, but pulled tight to where he can't really get away from this pillar.
So he's on the pillar.
On the opposite side of the guy that you kind of recognized, Emmett, on the way in. And then the door is shut and you are thrown into your own cell.
Which of these pillars am I attached to specifically?
Bottom right, the front one. You are right here. And opposite you is
I try to respond. Hopefully it gets back. Regardless of what happened in the past, we are here now, and the deck will murder both of us if you do not stop.
That is the last thing you hear as the door shuts and Emmett is lost from your vision. You can still see the door of the cell where 7 is. If he went all the way up to the bars, you'd be able to see him. That's just like across the way essentially. But you are now chained. You've basically got 5 feet of movement to just move around this, and you have to remain in contact with this pillar at all times. You can hear as you are chained and sat down to the guy on the other side just says, bit more water would be nice. And you can see the guard just turn and look at him and just nods and then walks off. What else are you guys doing?
Well, I mean, what the fuck am I supposed to do?
I'm sitting there. I'm looking around. Can I try to message Seven. You there, fuckbag?
God damn.
What's up, bitch?
Well, I'm the one that takes this situation seriously.
All right, Thief. I assume you've been in this prison before. Do not try to break out, please.
You read my mind somehow. Is that another one of your witchy tricks?
Please do not try and break out.
Do I see anything in this damn room?
Give me 1 second.
I'm pissed.
Seven, as you're up against the bars, like staring over today, having this mental conversation. The guard, who's about 5 feet away on the other side of the bars, is just looking at you, like, just giving you a weird, "What the hell are you staring at?" kind of face, as you just intently are making facial expressions towards Day, having this conversation.
Oh yeah, we probably look like we're fucking crazy right now.
You definitely look like you're freaking insane. And the guards at least take note of that, because there's one right outside your cell who's just like, okay, crazy. In your cell, Emmett, there
Am I in a warehouse? What the hell's going on back here? Am I still
No,
shackled?
there's a little more. Your arms, your hands are still shackled. Yes,
But I'm free to move, right?
Yeah, not together, not handcuffs. There's like a little, like it's like a foot length of chain between
so I'm
them.
like this.
Correct.
Easy peasy.
There is actually like a very plain. There's just a bed in here, in the center of the room.
There's a bed.
There is a bed.
Ooh,
This
I
is a
got
little
the
more,
luxury life.
It's still a cell, but this isn't just a stone room. This one's a little more together.
Wait, so I can't see Sam, but I could see Midream?
Correct. Pretend this is a solid wall. I'm just doing that so we have a layout. I can see everything. What you're up against is like barred, so you can see through it. But these are solid walls. You're enclosed in like a little. It's a jail cell.
Okay. And Midream is right in front of me in shackles?
Yeah. And this center area where all these towers are overlooking this big courtyard is essentially open. But
okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna sit down.
The outside, like that guard that's right outside the cell 7, you can see that door behind him is where they took Emmett to go back towards his.
I'm gonna sit down and
Sure.
This is fucking bullshit, and I'm just gonna put my hands out like this, and all right, dear Agosta, let's do this again. And I'm gonna start thinking about my shackles and try and turn them into a pile of like metal poop instead. It's gonna take an hour, but I'm going to try and do my artisan's blessing to turn them into like a sculpture of poop.
Okay. You have this prayer. You begin your ritual. That is what.
That's all I got.
7 Day. You guys doing anything else? In particular, Day, as you're hanging out here, you notice that the guard does come back and he's got like a bucket with a ladle essentially, and he does let this guy have a drink of some water. Looks like you can see some of the guys on the other pillars too, who look a little more worse off, more like emaciated, not as taken care of, like someone in prison would look like. They're kind of like looking over one of them a little more longingly. You can see him reach out for the water bucket and have some labored breathing, and the guard just finishes with that one and just like tosses the ladle back in the bucket and disappears into another room.
I take that back. I don't think I can do that. Hold on, Seth. Can I read this out loud to you real quick? just
Sure.
for future. You can use your channel divinity to conduct an hour-long ritual that crafts a non-magical item that must include some metal. Does that mean I can actually...
Correct. So what you're doing is you're using the metal of the chains.
So I can use the metal of the chains to make a
sculpture.
new... Okay, cool.
Correct.
That's
You're good.
brilliant, dude.
I just want to make sure.
Very brilliant. I'm still kind of pissed at 7. I cast Thaumaturgy, and from 7's room, I make a sound that says, "Fuck me sideways."
In my room?
Loud, yeah, in 7's cell, just as loud as I'm drawing attention to 7, so that because I'm afraid of 7 trying to break out, and I don't want to fuck around.
You're casting a minor illusion. You're casting a minor illusion. I cast a minor.
Using minor illusion to like make an auditory. That'd be a little more. I get what you're going for. But sure, you do that. There's this.
All right.
There's this. It sounds like a shouting voice.
I cast a minor illusion out of a huge fucking
Your children.
I cast
To be fair, 5 minutes ago you just told me you started a ritual to make metal poop. So
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, all right, yeah. So I cast my illusion outside. Once he does this, it's a big fart, dude.
Okay.
Fucking right outside, dude. Right out, fucking huge, dude. As loud as minor illusion can get.
The guard is turning and looks into your cell as he hears this shouting come from. He's trying to yell at you, hey, keep it down. And then there's this explosive fart from the courtyard that several other people turn and are looking for as well.
Is no one taking this seriously? I scream from my cell.
He draws his weapon as he's standing aside and he says, like, right, next one to make another sound, whether it's loud or quiet, is going to the hole.
Oh man! Oh man!
What can I do? I would
I cast minor illusion right on that guard's hands.
Okay.
Make it sound like he lets out a giant ass fart.
Oh my god, dude.
Onto this guard.
Yeah, so that the guard that said that just rips.
Are you
it.
trying to be sneaky about this? Or are you just doing?
I'm not trying to let anybody know that it's me.
Okay, go ahead and make a sleight of hand check for this one, especially because this is at a guard who just drew his weapon and was announcing the group, telling everyone to stop. And if you're going to follow it with a punchline fart joke in his hand, he might see you do it.
All right.
All right. Well, can't take the creative caster crew to prison. That's the first thing I know. We've actually been kind of adult so far, but put us in prison. Doesn't
I got 15 total. 15
This is
total.
fantasy.
A 15
Fantasy.
total?
Yeah.
Fantasy Ernest goes to jail.
Okay.
This is.
I rolled a 16.
You son of a bitch.
Even that plus his perception. He sees you kind of make this little gesture, and this loud fart echoes in the room again, and he just kind of gives a smug like grin and nods and says, "Right."
Where'd it come from? Where'd it come from?
Day, you are approached by this guard, as well as another who both they unchain you from this pillar, and you disappear in that door into a very dark.
I'm sorry, which door?
Straight like past that guy on the pillar, and you can see the guy on the pillar just kind of like sitting there in his chains, and he just gives a very wide grin and says, "You're making this easy." And you are pushed through a door to these two guards.
I messaged 7 real quick. This guy just said, "I'm making this easy. Watch him."
Oh balls! Which one is that one?
You'll have to figure it out. You are pushed into a very dark. Do you have dark vision?
I don't.
Okay, you are pushed into a room. They walk out of the room. You've seen a faint bit of light crawl in to the room from this door that is creaked open, and the door is slammed shut, and it is pitch black. You can hear the keys rattle. You hear a lock click, and you are in a very tiny space. It's almost like being in a closet, so to speak. and it is pitch.
Turn into poop. Turn into poop. Turn into
You're
poop.
currently
turn into poop,
blinded.
Turn into poop.
Yeah, feel you.
These guards emerge back out and are just kind of making their rounds as normal. 7, you doing anything?
I use. Never mind. Wait. So as I walked in, I saw how the room looked, right?
I mean, barely. You saw enough light. Like the door was open. You were shoved in. The door is shut. Kind of in a quick instant.
So I see how the room is tiled. I see what the walls are made of. I see.
Oh yeah,
what kind of
it's
stone it is.
a stone room and a very large, heavy, banded wooden.
I
The
crouch
door
in the
has
corner
no. Okay.
and I cast minor illusion on myself,
Okay.
making it look like if you were to look in the corner that I'm not even there. So the illusion is that it's the walls behind me, basically. And I continuously cast it as much as I can to just sit there.
I kind of
I know
get
what
what
you-
you're going for. So
Hey.
that's I know what you are.
Are there any windows in my cell?
No. The only thing you can see, there's just stone walls on all sides, except for the side that has the bars.
You know what? I would like to cast minor illusion. I'm gonna back up with my back up against the wall.
Okay.
As-
Like all the
as
way
far
at
back
the
as-
back of the cell? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I would like to replicate the wall that my back is to right in front of me. So it would appear to anybody walking by.
Well, five
I'm
by
not
5
there.
cube though, right? Like you're just putting basically like a panel, like a shoji screen or something in front of yourself with an illusion
like
of it's a wall.
like drywall. So like just try to mimic the wall in front of me, so it would appear to anybody who walks past that I'm not there. So, like cell is empty.
Day verse
Okay.
7. The episode.
Okay. You are both doing your I'm a wall trick. We'll say you're just you're intending to keep that up. Is that both of you?
Yeah.
Because it's a cantrip. I know you can recast. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And this guard doesn't like you guys. 7, you can see as this guard passes in front and kind of like glances in. He like does a double take and looks in himself from it and like really looks around. You see him kind of like he leans in and like grabs onto one of the bars and like squints in, and you see him kind of just grin and smile and says, "Hey!" And you see him call to one of his other guards. Guard comes over. He says, "Looks like we've got an escapee, huh?" And you see this one guard kind of panicking and like, "Oh no, we have to." He goes, "No. Open the door." And he goes, "No, go on.
Ooh.
Open the door." And he pulls his keys out. You hear a lock click, slides the bars off to the side, and he kind of like shoves the dude in a little bit. He's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" He says, Go on. He's inside the cell. The other one following, and he walks basically right up to you. You see him draw his sword, and he just like pokes it through, not hitting you, but like going through your illusion and landing essentially right next to you. And see the other one just kind of, whoa, and he like steps through your illusion with a grin on his face.
Balls.
He says, "There's just something about you three, isn't it? Just lots of funny business."
We're a special gang, the three of us.
Is my poop done?
No, not yet.
Has it been an hour?
It has not been an hour yet.
Sam takes an hour to poop. Everyone.
You see him draw manacles again. These are much more like actual handcuffs, and he actually has your hands behind your back, locks on these manacles, and they exit. So you are now
Before he
currently-
leaves, I want to try to mage hand his keys.
Okay. So you're going to be restrained.
So funny.
Yeah.
But
Little tricksters.
lucky enough for you, you can actually do crap with your invisible mage hand. So go ahead and make a sleight of hand check
Invisible
for me.
mage hand?
Yeah, his is, yes.
Why?
Because reasons.
Wow.
He has a mage hand ledger main.
Why?
He can do special things with it.
Cause reasons.
Let's see. Balls. It's a 6, but wait. Sleight of hand, you said?
Correct.
Sleight of hand is a 7, so it's a 13.
Okay. Oh wow. Okay. You are restrained. Your illusion obviously fades. You drop it because you know that they saw through it. And as they're leaving, you kind of squint your eyes and focus, and you see this little blue spectral hand like appear and then disappear, kind of the same as it manifests. And there's almost like this just faint outline where you know where it is. You can see it, and just as you're used to, you see it guide up and grab these keys and kind of just turn and unhook them. And as the guard turns to close the door, like he turns and closes the door and turns away, and the keys are just hanging there, held in your hand. And your hand just comes back towards you, very, very silent.
Ooh!
And your hand just there's these keys that are just sat on the ground right in front. And one guard walks back off, and the one is still just outside your cell, just standing there.
I realize that I can't keep casting minor illusion and get a rest to refill any of my skill slots, and I start to kind of become worried that I'm low on slots. So I stop casting and I start resting now.
Okay. We'll speed it up a bit to at least say that now, since all this has been going on, a full hour has passed. Emmett, I want you to make a religion check.
Ooh.
D20?
Mm-hmm.
6.
Plus your
Just
6 total?
Just, yeah,
with
just
your
religion.
well, it's a religion check, yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so a 6. Okay, fair. As you've been performing this ritual, you finally finish and you release the energy of this incantation, and your chains just kind of like begin to radiate and glow for a moment, and they just like slink off and clatter to the ground. They look melted a bit. They try to coalesce into this shape, but it's more just like a kind of a hardened pool of molten metal, very briefly, and you can see that it's rough and mottled and weird. Even like what you were intending to make didn't happen, but you're not in manacles anymore.
Can I check the room? Just same as I did last time. Just like if there are like any, I don't know. I don't really expect there to be like a trap wall or anything, but I'm just kind of going out on a limb here.
Yeah, make an investigation check for me.
What's happening in this little cell? 10, an 8. Sorry, I don't have a +1. I have a -1.
An 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, solid stone walls. There's just like a rickety metal cot with a bed on it. A bed at best. I mean, it's better than the floor. I mean, you're in a prison cell, and it's got better amenities than an empty prison cell. But
just the one door.
Just the one door that you
windows.
came in. No windows.
No real light at all.
Not really. I mean, it's low light. You have dark vision as well, so you can kind of see in grayscale enough. But it's not pitch black here. It's a low light, so even with your dark vision, that makes it, you can see fine.
The artisan's blessing didn't go as well as I planned. You said no, right?
Correct.
I sit I sit on the bed, fold my legs underneath me, kind of straighten up.
Mm-hmm.
Dear Ghosta, if you're listening, I feel like we're in a little in over our heads right now. And I don't ask this often, but if you have any guidance, I'm yours.
Make a persuasion check for me.
7.
Wow. Okay. Okay. So you have this prayer. Day you have begun to just kind of give in to your situation, your surroundings. So you are resting for now. That's fine. 7. Do you have anything else that is going on? You know the guards came in. I mean, you're now restrained. You have those keys, but I mean, you can still, guards are still kind of patrolling around. It's very just kind of you're
Wait, say that again. You cut out. It's very what?
You're in prison. I cut myself off intentionally. You are in prison. It's exactly what you'd expect. There's coughs and murmurs here and there, moans and groans, shifting of chains, footsteps of guards walking around, and you can hear the faint crackle of the torches around the courtyard and all around this complex.
So do I have the keys, or do I need to bring the keys to me?
The keys are in front of you on the ground. Your mage hand had them and dropped them right in front.
So I can't.
Your hands are behind your back. I mean, you can if you want to. Your mage hand can do special stuff. You trying to just use a mage hand to unlock your manacles?
Yeah. I'm just going to mage hand the keys to me so I can unlock my shackles.
You do that, and you are now free, and you have a set of keys as well. There are 3 iron keys on this.
All right, I'm gonna take this moment to quickly pretend like my shackles are still. I'm gonna put my shackles behind my back again and hold them so anybody walks past.
Right, it looks like you're still restrained, but you are totally free. Okay,
right. And I'm going to use this moment really quickly. To warg Game of Thrones style into my owl to see if I can't bring him to the prison.
So you're just jumping into his vision because the last command you gave him was to stay close but not too close, just to like be. So best you. Yeah, you would have been following that command from the.
I want to know where he is.
Okay, so you're just going into his vision, right?
Yeah.
So, as you do this, your eyes have that faint trace of this blue glow, and your vision washes over, and you see this prison from the outside. You can see the far vast opening landscape. You see the big, just wide clearing. You're looking at this compound from quite literally a bird's eye view, nearly 100 feet away. Just like watching this entire, it can see the whole compound. You're watching, even if it flies around in circles a bit, it can see all the sides of this place. And it's exactly as I described. There's just a big opening of just clear ground on all sides. It's like offset in this, like, think of it in the middle of like an abandoned lot, so to speak. There's nothing immediately adjacent to this compound at all. The main entrance you can see as you do this, though, a horse and like a covered cart, essentially, like a traveling cart or something, approaching. And there are a couple other horses on guard, like guards on horses. Wow, horses on guards. There are a couple other guards riding horses, riding out to like meet this cart.
Oh, can I have the bird like get a little closer maybe without blowing its birdie cover? Like maybe
you can command it to stealth a little closer and get a look. Absolutely, you can do that, Ben. So go ahead and make a stealth check for me.
Ooh.
With the owl.
Owl stealth check. That's 10. But does he have any of my?
Not your stats. He has his own stats, but I have those. I think it's just a +2. Let me be 100% sure. Familiars. Owl. +3. +3 to stealth. So that's what did you roll?
I rolled a 10.
10. So 13. Okay. Sneakily enough, you see him kind of flitter and fly down, and he actually managed to perch like on the back of this cart as it's just bobbing along.
Oh.
And you can hear the guards just saying, he's left for a bit, but if you want to drop off now, that'd be just fine. And they just escort this cart in, and the cart just comes into the compound. You can see a couple other guards exit the prison and begin helping unload some barrels from this cart.
Interesting.
I'm assuming I don't have any of my gear, right? They took that stuff?
Your gear was never taken from you.
Ooh,
so you all actually have all of your stuff.
All right, cool.
All right, so I guess I'm
Archon, you're
put the bird
so
back
smart.
in. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna put the bird back in, like,
hover
drone
mode.
mode. Yeah, man. Is there any way I can get the bird to see the same viewpoint that we see on the Discord, like the panned out version of what we're looking at, minus
Kinda.
obviously the
I
walls
mean,
that are enclosed.
your bird would have to get close and possibly be detected. Like this is open topped. This little courtyard essentially is open topped, so it could. It can get down here. Like, your bird could fly straight down and land right here if you wanted it to.
I know.
But that's risky as hell.
Right. Maybe get it to perch on like a tower somewhere, maybe like slightly above a guard or so, like somewhere where like nobody would doubt a bird would be.
Sure. Go ahead and give me another stealth check for it coming closer and just gonna perch up somewhere around.
Yeah. Oh fuck me! That is a fucking 5, dude. +3.
Plus
8.
Okay.
Oof.
Okay. Your bird. You even kind of hear it land, but you're still new to this little guy, and how he works. Let me get I need a freaking bird counter. I have all my stuff downstairs. I'll grab it later, but for now, this is going to be your bird. He's chilling. Can you see this? No, not on the zoom in.
I got it. I zoomed out.
He's chilling up here. He's on top of one of those pillars overlooking the courtyard. This one, which is also still just out of frame, but just so you can see, he's overlooking this entire courtyard. You see him land. He's just chilling at the top of this pillar. And no one seems to take note of.
Oh shit!
Ooh.
Ooh, lucky bird.
I love this bird.
I love it. Oh, guys, I figured out my bird name. Should I tell you guys in game or right now?
In game, duh.
Fine.
Can't see them right now. We'll wait until it happens. But
Okay,
yeah, I mean, remember, and you commanding him, you're even learning now is when you're in his vision or not. You can talk to him just like you would talk to any pet, but because it's a magic freaking bird, you can talk mentally using telepathy as long as this thing is not super far away from you.
Well, I'm gonna tell him a good bird then. Good bird, and I love you, bird.
I love you, Magic Owl.
Oh, I mean, you could name it right now. You could call it by its name if you want to. I don't care. I mean,
Right.
I won't.
And
I
they
don't
just
know.
they won't know that. That's fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
I want to do a whole arc where the bird,
A bird arc.
the bird figures out its name as well.
All right, next episode, just Mike and his bird.
So with it, you just have him come a little closer. Now that he's here, are you giving him any other command? Do you want him to just hang around? If anything, you can go ahead and make a perception check with.
Yeah. Thank you. That's exactly what I want to do. Bird.
You do have keen sight, so this is advantage,
Ooh, come on.
and it's you have a +1 modifier
Right.
for this.
So
So
13 and a 20
Oh,
20?
mama.
and a nat 20.
Beautiful.
It's kind of hard to see. Boom.
yeah, no, you're good. Okay, so you're still in your bird vision, and he's kind of perched up on this pillar, and now with this owl vision, scanning around, sees the guard, sees his figure, and you can see that the guy that is chained to the pillar up near the front here, that you saw that Day was also chained to before he got moved, in similar fashion how you are, is totally faking it. He is not restrained or chained up or anything at all. He's totally free, and he's just hanging out there.
Fuck.
Oh, great.
Oh God. How do I tell Austin or everybody? No.
I don't know,
I'm
but
in
we'll
the
have to
dark
wait until
hole,
after
dude.
the break because we're going to take our break.
Oh, has it already been an hour? What happened?
Yeah.
Hey everyone, Sam here. We had an internet hiccup mid-session this game and lost a little part after the break, so I'm just here to fill in the gap. A thick smoke begins to emanate throughout the courtyard. Day watches in horror as the guards drop one by one, along with the other prisoners. But the prisoner that Seven noticed faking his captivity has suddenly vanished. Emmett is freed by Seven and they regroup with Day in the courtyard as the thin veil of smoke shifts at their feet. Atop the pillar that Seven's bird Owlie rests upon, a hooded figure appears out of nowhere and grabs the bird. We pick up with Day, attempting to communicate.
Hello.
Okay.
Thank you for not killing me.
I need you to make a wisdom save, Day.
Oh,
You fucking joking me?
Oh shit.
We're so bad. We're all so salty when Seth does
This is what we get
normal.
for fucking with Seth all the time.
This is our fault. This is no one else's fault. This is at the end of the day.
I'm being 100% serious. I need you to make it work.
All right. Let's see. 15 plus. So I got a 17 total.
A 17 total? Okay.
Yeah.
You take 6 points of psychic damage.
Fuck!
You are trying to send this message, and you look and focus on this creature, and as you're like kind of projecting your thoughts towards it to send this this speech, all you get back is this horrible kind of like scattered whisper sound. And like a record scratching almost. Like it's like just static, and there's definitely something put in place to block this or interrupt this. And you feel it feed back into your consciousness. And realize that's right.
Do I see him get hurt?
You probably see him react. Yeah, absolutely. There's probably like a small trick. He flinches a bit. That you can see like a trickle of blood kind of coming out of one ear.
Damn, dude! I think I saw that happen to Professor X once in the cartoons.
Hey.
Drop the owl, or there'll be consequences. The deck knows who you are.
I just tried to
the
message
first thing
him.
I say.
Okay. He fucked with my head, you guys.
You see him kind of like he postures up, but realizing he's sitting kind of like almost cross-legged and like just postures up on the cape and cocks his head to a tilt to the side. And then the mask doesn't move, but you all hear, and audibly, so this is out loud. It just says, "Oh, I trust they know exactly who I am."
Oh, balls. Hey, you here to kill us?
No. That would be far too easy. Where's the fun in that, Seven?
All right. I'm gonna try to get my owl and try to pop my owl into his safe hidey hole.
Okay, so Seven reaches up, snaps his fingers, and your owl disappears. You see him kind of turn and look to the side real quick, and then turn back and look. And your owl has vanished.
Thank you. Gotta save Owlie.
Well, I see you've been planning some tricks of your own, I suppose. That's fun.
Who are you? If you don't want us dead, what do you want?
I don't care for you at all. I want him. And you see him lean forward, and his arm just extends, and he points right at
me.
Right at
who?
Right at
This
Seven.
is pretty bad news too, I think.
Yes. All right, I'm out.
You sure?
Fucking worst. Absolute worst. What do you want with... Fine, then. What do you want with him? What is he to you? He's nothing but a lowly thief. Trust me, I've spent some time with him.
And how much time have you spent with him, Emmett?
That's your name too?
The fuck do you want?
Oh, cousin. Potty mouth.
You see him kind of
say that out loud.
Yeah, I do
you
say
see
that
him kind of tumble and roll forward, and it looks more just like if someone just tossed like a sheet or something off of a roof, how fabric just falls. You're just seeing that cape kind of plummet and fall, and it like collapses flat onto the ground. And then he like springs up and out of it, and then lands forward on the ground. You can see there's something very unnatural to his form and his movement as he does this, and he kind of appears on the ground right in front of all of you. His head shifting from side to side, looking at each of you in turn.
I am. Yeah, I got nothing.
I walk up, just like keeping 5 feet between us.
Mm-hmm.
Stiff neck. I asked you a question.
I back up. I back the fuck up.
I figured.
I'm gonna be friends with this guy, or try to be, but keep it distant.
Yeah.
I'm saying,
Emmett, this figure turns to you. Go ahead.
I missed the after. Go ahead.
I was saying, go ahead, Seven. He said like he was going to say something. I didn't mean to cut him off.
Oh wait, no, I'm just gonna be friendly with this guy, not actually cast friend on him. Although I thought about doing that, but I don't want the after effects.
So he turns and looks to you, Emmett. You just said, "So I am curious about your return. We'll save that for another time, I suppose, huh? For now, I just need this one." And he just points across, still his gaze fixed on you, and points across to Seven. He owes a debt, you could say.
What about
How will he be paying this debt?
Blood, of course.
All of it?
like a lot of blood?
It's tough to say.
Was the blood of his family not enough?
I'm not sure you understand how much he owes. There must always be balance, Seven. You cannot simply take without having to give something back. You know this.
Sure. All right, hear me out.
Sure, yeah.
What about an installment payment plan? Long term. Steal a little bit, you guys get your cut. You choose a percentage. Maybe I'll lowball you, maybe you highball me. We'll find a nice place in the middle. And
I suppose that could work. You see him spring like down to the ground, where his feet actually touch the ground, and then like vault up with using the cape to launch himself forward. And he kind of like tackles you in the process. I need you to go ahead and either acrobatics or athletics, your choice. You're contesting grapple.
Oh, acrobatics, please.
I hope you roll well.
That's a 17.
Nice! Big boy, Mike!
Plus
Go 7.
5, so that's a 22.
Nice. I got a 28. So, you all see this thing.
That had to look really like cool, though, right?
Absolutely. It's almost like you go and instinctively turn, but you see this thing. Think of like it leaps forward, Seven like turns back on his shoulder, kind of like breakdance parkouring, like catching himself on the flat of his palm and spinning to the side. Except as he does that and evades the move, you see this figure like Nightcrawler pop out of existence and pop back right and like just grab him. And they roll to the ground, and this thing is just grabbing onto Seven, and it has him kind of like in a headlock almost, with a dagger drawn across his neck and the other hand out as well, and it's grabbed onto his wrist and has his left hand turned out like open palm. And you see this thing turn like real close. You can feel this cold porcelain up against your skin, Seven, right on your face. It just says, I suppose we could do it. I suppose we could do it bit by bit if you prefer. And yeah, I want you to. Let's see here.
Nope.
Okay. We're gonna say that you take 6 points of slashing damage.
Fuck.
And you all see as this thing turns his hand over and pins Seven's hand to the ground with its dagger, and it cuts his index finger off of his left hand.
Oh my God!
God damn it!
Oh,
I like that finger.
You hear
a
cry of pain from Seven. This thing like rolls up and off of him as he's just standing there clutching his finger. I'm sure. And he just says, "Yes, I hadn't thought of that. This is far more fun."
How much more do you need? And I walk over to Seven and I cure wounds.
Okay. Go ahead and roll that.
How much more are you trying to take here? Is that not enough? One entire life and a finger?
Oh, I have not taken a life. Not yet.
The
not
sister's
today,
life counts, does it not? Also 7 points of 1d8 plus 1, right?
No, well, it's a d8 plus your casting modifier, which if your wisdom's only a 1, then yes.
Yeah, so 7 points healed. So I just
Nice. Thank you.
heal him and
Feels way better. Your finger's still gone and lying on the ground next.
Do you plan on taking Seven's life?
Is that what your plan? Yeah, is that the goal here?
Is that the end
the
goal?
only way?
Would you believe me if I told you he was in control of that?
Yes.
Wait, what? Yeah.
That's
what are you
why
talking
I'm
about?
asking. I want to know more. First, may I ask who we're dealing with?
You may try. I am fear. I am death. I am darkness. I am
Batman?
fun.
Is that you?
Jolly.
Jokes aside, are you a part of the deck?
You could say that the deck is a part of me.
Oh, that sounds nasty. Are you like a freelancer? Maybe? Did they make you sign a W-9?
7, I don't think you truly understand what you are tangling with, but
I had no
you are
idea.
fun.
My
If you need to
intelligence
take
is
another
really
finger,
low.
I understand.
Yeah.
My
Go for
intelligence
it.
is actually negative. I like all my fingers. I'm gonna have to really work to find.
You see him kind of he walks over and steps past you, picks up your finger and says, "I'll hold
Hey, what are
on
you
to
gonna do with
this."
that? Are you gonna
He
eat it?
just
Are you
pockets
gonna eat
it.
my finger?
You see
You should
him
probably- Hey, you should probably
draw
put that on
another
some
blade.
ice.
You see he's got
You should-
2 daggers drawn now, and he just kind of has them like crossed in a scissor pattern, and like catches you just under your chin and kind of like lifts your head up, 7. And you see him just kind of turning it, like looking you over, so to speak. And he just says, "Such a waste. Could have really used you."
Can I
I
offer
know,
you
I'm
something
really
in
good at
return?
stealing.
Oh, you find yourself in a position to strike a bargain, Emmett.
I don't really.
Yeah, how about a bargain?
I
I'm
don't
assuming I'm
see
still on
many
the floor
other
with him on top
options.
of me, right? Hey, I for
Please.
one am down for bargaining. I can't quite put my finger on it, but I'd be down to make a deal.
Make me an offer.
I need to know
But-
what you're looking for before I can offer anything.
Balance.
You say you are.
We're
deaf.
looking to balance out this thing in the sky that seems to be raining evil upon the world. We're looking to balance that out.
Day you see this head turn around very unnaturally. It's not a full 180, but it's pretty darn close. A very sharp right turn as this mask now fixes and looks at you, still kind of holding 7 between its blades. As you say that, it says, "And what do you know of that storm? Do you have something to do with it?"
Yeah, we made it, sort of.
I take out my eye and I message the eye. What can I tell him? I believe that we need 7 to help stop this from happening, whatever you're talking about. What can I tell him now to preserve 7's life?
Day, all you hear is, "Simply put me down."
Oh.
The eye drops, and what you guys see is this eye drops, and then there's this kind of golden, green, radiant energy that emanates around the eye. This figure turns and looks down to the eye, and you see it kind of stagger back, and it sheathes its daggers very quickly and goes to like leap out of the way, like if diving off of a grenade.
Oh.
There is a brilliant, blinding flash. You are
Wow.
all blinded.
Oh, shit.
And as you come to, that figure is gone.
Just completely
What?
gone.
Mm-hmm.
I see no one around.
What?
No, I mean you see 7, you see Day, and your eye is just on the ground.
I pick it back up and message it. Thank you.
Thank you. I say thank you to the eye as well. As I get up. Thank you. I don't know if he understands. Does he understand? Does it understand me? I don't know why I'm gendering him. Them?
You can't hear me talking to it.
No, but I know. I mean, I just saw you take an eye. I just saw the eye that I've seen you talk to.
He just yells thank you at your eye. He sat in a room while you
Yeah.
talked to this thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've seen you talk to it before. So I don't know. Thank you, eye.
I'll say thank you. Do I get a response?
No response.
Hey, ask the eye if he needs anything. Let's be polite, you know? Does he
Put
want
it back
a
in my
container?
pocket.
As you pocket it, you hear in your mind, Day, you're lucky. So is your friend here. You should leave. All of
We
you.
should leave now.
Is that what the eye says? I haven't do what the eye says.
Yeah.
the way.
And to pay back the eye, we need to fix this mess that we've created in the bog. I don't need to ask to know that that's what we need to do.
Okay. Is there anything else? Would he like a nice ice bath, maybe?
We need to leave.
Okay, fair enough.
Lead the way.
You all walk out the front of the prison. You can see that on
Is
the
there a back
guard
door?
post and do you want to search for a back door?
Yeah.
Oh wait,
we
wait,
need
wait.
to
Can
look
I
for
check
a
the
back
Are the
door.
guards actually dead? Can I check like the pulse of one of the guards, or like hover my face, my hand
Make
over
a
his
medicine check for me.
Okay, it was a D20.
Mhm.
That is a fucking 5. That's a 5 plus a 0. Nothing. Just 5.
Seeing him
Hard
do
to
this,
tell.
can I
You're not
check
exactly.
a guard?
Yes.
You're so nice, DM. Thank you. You are
Thank
so
you,
kind.
DM.
Thanks, DM.
Not all the times.
Thanks.
I know.
Thanks, 12.
We-
Thanks.
7, you're no doctor. You don't know. You kind of look him over. There's no you just turn him over and he's motionless. There's no breathing. There's no stab wounds. There's no blood or trauma or anything. He's just, I guess he looks like he's passed out, but he's not breathing like he'd be asleep. Emmett, you kind of doing the same as he's checking one guy. You go and double check another guy. Same thing. No signs of any injury or anything that happened, but these people are dead.
Oh my god.
Oh fuck.
He's dead.
Whoa.
The guards are dead.
All right.
They're going to
Listen,
think it's us.
Everyone
They're
in
gonna think
here
it's
is
us.
dead.
Everyone's
They're going to
in
think
here.
it's us. Wait,
All right,
in the
yeah.
entire prison? Out
the
to
entire
first
prison?
building?
Holy
Everybody's
shit,
dead.
dude.
You three are the things
Oh,
that are
fuck.
alive in this place.
Oh,
Oh, fuck.
all right. Well, they're gonna think it's all us, but since they're gonna think it's all us, right? Right? Hear me out. They're gonna think every one of us is guilty that's still alive in here, and that would be fair. We're the only witnesses.
Archon will believe me.
Will they though? I tell you what. We should steal. We should take this moment we should take this moment
Dirty
to
son of a bitch.
steal everything in this room real quick. Immediately I start rummaging through pockets.
fucking terrible.
I start rummaging through pockets.
You broke me
I start-
so hard. I was doing so good.
Okay. Make an investigation check for me.
Yes.
Come on, man.
You see him say that, and he just starts
It's
looting
a
body.
12. That's a 12 plus 1, 13.
Can I as he's going over the first pocket, I would like to just lay a hand on his shoulder and just say, very calmly, 7, please don't make me regret healing you.
I look up to him. I say, "I hear you."
Well, you
I
say,
love you.
"I hear you."
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you, buddy. I'm short a finger. This is Daddy's coping mechanism.
We don't have time for this.
Yeah.
We need to figure out what we're doing before this whole thing gets pinned on us.
Okay. Is there anything quickly I could grab off one of them?
The first couple of guards you go over, you find another key ring with 3 iron keys on it. You find they have a short sword or a long sword and a shield. They're wearing chains, but they don't
Nothing.
have money and stuff on them.
Boo.
You found another set of keys,
Bye.
and they have their equipment.
Another set of keys. I'm just writing that down. So I got a couple.
Have I ever heard anything about a death magical creature of fear or something?
Make a history check.
Yeah.
Um,
7, go ahead. All of you can make a history check for me if you're curious.
Oh, yeah.
about what
9.
Oh yeah, that makes sense, right? 3 different histories.
Nat 20.
Oh my god!
What?
Oh my
Well, why
god!
am I even bother rolling then?
What's your total
Ooh,
there though, Dave?
My total is 21.
16 plus. What was it? History? Nothing. It's 16.
Okay. Emmett, you can't even piece that to anything. You've heard of different deities or beings that would be over things like afterlife and death and stuff like that. but that's none of that even lines up with the thing you just saw and spoke with. 7, you've heard some things in the deck. You've heard rumors about how it's structured like a deck of cards would be. You know how the rank and structures go. There are rumors of jokers who are kind of in charge of everything. That's kind of what is ringing a bell to you, as literally like the way that the deck formed and became organized into factions and suits was because of what they called themselves as the 4 jokers. But even then, you like that's what you've heard. You have no idea how they actually work, how they look, what they do. Yeah. But your best guess is that's something like that. Day, you have spent enough time studying weird and obscure shit because it fascinates.
Right.
You have heard. You're reminded of this old kind of urban legend, so to speak. It was predominant in the lower city as kind of like a wives' tale, and even more so in the upper city where you grew up and originally used to kind of like scare little kids into getting home on time and going to bed and being good and all that kind of stuff. There's this being known as the Harlequin.
Oh.
And the Harlequin is essentially a figure of chaos. And as much as this being just spoke to you about balance, is what reminds you of this story and what pieces it together for you. The Harlequin is all about balancing out good and evil in the world, and
I love this guy. Nice.
Not being good when you're not good. He basically forces you to be good, or if you're being too overly evil, it'll balance the scales forcefully if need be. Some people have spoken lore about it being like a demigod or some kind of like other planar being. Like people don't know if it's human, if it's people have always. It's kind of one of those like Roswell. There's no hard facts of any kind of evidence of anything. People all have had their own accounts of seeing it and having it, attack their horses or kidnap their kid or kill their buddy or break into their house and whatever. But it's not. None of the stories are great. It's just not a good thing. It's people have rumored it to be able to fly and like teleport and walk through walls and go invisible. It can change its form. It can change its shape. It can change its voice. It instills fear. It has like telepathy and mental powers and all this. Just this litany of all this ridiculous things that it said it's supposed to have been able to do. And your best guess is that's kind of close to something that you just dealt with. So you don't know for sure, but that's your knowledge. And again, everyone has their own personal accounts of what I just said.
We need to get out of here and figure out what the hell that thing was.
Yeah, let's get out of here before this gets pinned on us.
You say that this won't get pinned on us. Can you be? How certain are you?
Now that I've seen this thing, after I stepped out of that room and we turned around, I can't be sure if you dumbasses are trying to fuck with me or not. So it's like,
fair.
After I actually saw it, we can draw it back up and show we need to go to Archon immediately. We can't go into hiding. We need to go to Archon immediately and bring him back here or do whatever we can so he can put us back in prison if he likes. But if as soon as we start running away, that's where we get into more trouble with the guard, and that's where we get possibly into going into the 1,000 paces. We don't need that. I'm sorry, 10,000 paces. Now we need to make an Archon immediately.
All right, let's go find Archon. Can I pop my bird back from the bird zone?
Is there any,
you snap your fingers again, and you all see this little owl literally just right on his shoulders. There's just this little white owl that just.
Is this the first?
Damn it, Mike.
Is this the first time I've seen that thing?
This is the first time either of you have seen it. This tiny white owl just manifests and is chilling on. I mean, you saw it when that thing was holding it on its shoulder.
Yeah.
But
Like,
then
can
now
I
you
put up
see
my
it and it's
hand
on.
like, yo?
You see it kind of like duck and like behind Seven's head, kind of like out of the way, still just on him, and it's like resting.
Hey
back your neck.
guys.
Is that
A bird
thing?
appeared out of nowhere.
That thing was on his shoulder.
Yeah, that was my thing. I popped it away to keep it safe. I wasn't sure
That's your
exactly
thing.
what he was.
The bird is your thing.
This is your bird.
Well,
Your bird.
I like to think the
Your
bird.
magic
I like to
bird.
think the bird is his own thing.
Where'd you
I
get a
call him
magic
Owly.
bird?
Yeah, why do you have a poppy
Uh,
bird?
Why is it called Owly?
So I
Tell us in
learned a
full
few
detail,
tricks.
excruciatingly, its character arc leading up to
oh,
this moment.
I take up my book. All right. Real quick, while you guys were on the docks, I had a few hours to kill. I
It's
met a
really not a good
dragony
time for
man.
any of this. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
All right, real quick. All right, here. I learned it from this book. I bought this book. I learned it from this book. I show him that beautiful
He's
red.
holding up this tiny
Red.
red, like almost like a moleskin little notebook. This little red book, and on the front of it, very crudely drawn, is like stick figures of this person, and they're holding this like stick up and holding a little red book, and like shooting out fire and lightning and all this crazy stuff. And there's a whole bunch of creatures drawn all around it, and they're all like on fire and look terrible. And
May
Okay.
I see this book?
Can we please
Yeah,
do this
it's got
after
magic.
death
Oh,
prison?
yeah.
Just go
Hang
throw
on.
this out
All
there.
right.
Well,
All right, here I toss him the book.
I'm-
I say, "Come on, guys, let's go. Say hello
Let's
to my
get
owl."
moving.
First,
sword essential.
what's outside? Can
Yeah.
you send it over the wall? Like, I don't know. What does it do? It's magic, right? Like, can you...
Allie, do your thing, please. Show him what you got.
okay, and what are you commanding your owl to do?
I say, hey, Al, if you don't mind, because I don't like a master slave kind of deal. I like to think that we're in this together, Owly. Allie, would you mind, if you may, taking a little swoop above us, a little swoopity swoop, scoopity poop, and see if you see any baddies,
Does that thing...
baddies around?
Does that thing come from your pocket? Like some sort of monster? Would you say that you've trained it? A trainer of some sort of pocket
again.
monsters?
Again, I
would
gotta
punch
tell you.
when I see you.
I gotta tell you.
It's a fair question.
I don't think I
Curious.
could fit him in my pocket. I might be able to. I don't really know. Listen,
Pocket
I don't know shit
universe
about magic.
monster.
I don't know how. Listen, I only know how to do a couple
Pokemon?
things. I barely
Like
know how
some
to do
sort of
this.
Poku. If you put all the
Go ahead and
words
make
together.
a perception check with your magic owl, please.
Wait, what? Say what?
Make a
What?
perception check with your magic
Oh,
owl.
okay. Thank you.
Immediately back in character.
It's a 14 plus the owl's perception, which was it? What was that again?
Well, you roll at advantage. You have keen sight.
Oh, right. Keen sight. Like it's a 10, so it's a 14 plus
14.
his perception.
It's a +1, but he gets roll at advantage. So okay, so 15 total. I mean, looking around, this place is still empty. There's no one around. There's all the dead people here, but there's no one around. It's like it's
what about
nearly
outside
2
the
in the
prison?
morning at this. No, even leading out and around, and it does a couple laps. Like there's all that open ground, but I mean it's very early morning, late at night, whatever your perspective is.
Okay.
It's
Guys,
nobody's around. It's
Bird
people
says
are
empty.
sleeping.
Everybody's sleeping. Prison's empty with living people besides us, and around the area outside the prison is clear. So I guess
How are
we're
we
good to
supposed to
get
find
out of here.
Archon? How are we supposed to find Archon? Where is he? Do you know?
We can start by going to the tavern that we've been staying at. They seem to know plenty about where Archon could be, where he could
The
go.
Free Leaguers
Yeah,
Hall?
yeah.
We'll probably find
Yeah,
one to get to.
yeah. Maybe
That's actually a
Obkrin might
safe
know
idea.
something.
Yeah, that's actually
There you go.
That's a really good idea. Let's do it. I'd like to open the door. Just
Okay.
look outside.
There's a couple steps going down, and then it's just big open nothingness for about 100 feet until you get to outside of that big perimeter fence and like a main road.
All right, I don't like
There
this.
is nothing out here.
Nothing.
There's no guards.
Nope.
I don't like this at all. Let's move through this as quickly as we can.
Yeah, let's stealthily make it back to the Free Leaguers Hall.
Day, I'm not trying to go into your personal stuff here, but you seem to do something with your little monster ball that also seems to have some sort of
Yeah, what's going on with that
thing
little
trapped inside it.
eyeball?
Like
keep
some
it up.
universe
Keep it up, man.
monster pocket.
Got a lot of dice over here.
Did whoever you speak to, did it help us back there? I got blinded, and the thing disappeared.
I believe so.
Well, just have him at the ready, I guess. If
You have
if
your
it works like
gods. I have mine.
I think our gods work a little bit differently, it seems to me.
Yeah, my gods save me. Yours don't.
I don't have a god.
That's fair.
Let's make it through this as fast as we can. Should we run? I don't like this open space. I feel vulnerable.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
down. I'm down. I do a sprinter's pose.
Okay. You see him like on the chalks ready, looks at you guys like, okay, this is creepy, and he's ready to take off. And you guys are headed to the league hall, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Full
And
Naruto.
off you go. Oh yeah. You all make it back to you. You all make it back to your league hall. Push the door open. It's very quiet and dark here as well. I mean, it's like pushing 2:30.
Obkrin! We have need of you. Please. Pretty please.
There's no response, and after a while, you
Go
hear
to his
some-
room. Or the back hall that we keep disturbing. Housekeeping.
You guys hear some kind of like shuffling, and then footsteps coming down from the stairs. Actually, and leaning down the stairs, you can see there's another
shield up.
Another person. You have your shield up. It's one of the league members that you all have seen before, and he looks very like just hair's a mess, and he's just rubbing his face like. What are y'all doing?
Are you Obkrin?
Do I look like Obkrin?
No, that's why I'm kind of confused. Do you know where he is?
Where is he at?
I don't know, but if he's not here, he must be off with the captain, or I don't know. It's got to be what 3, 4 in the morning or something. Can you please shut up? And he turns and just walks up the stairs, goes back to it.
There was.
All right, gentlemen, if we were to rest until the afternoon, do you think it would be too much? Too much time wasted?
Or at least until the morning.
They
Actually,
can't risk anybody going back to the prison, finding everybody dead and us gone.
It may be good to regroup for about half an hour. We felt pretty spry after the last time we did that here.
Yeah, man. Maybe let's take a little
hint, hint. A short rest counts as a long rest.
It does. It'd be a lot more than a half an hour.
It's 2 hours.
Is that short rest an hour?
Yeah, at least an hour.
Let's take double half an hour.
Yeah. Then maybe we'll find Obgrin. Or maybe not.
I mean, so I see nothing. I mean, everyone's pretty much asleep, right?
I mean, you had one guy who got annoyed that you're being loud and told you to shut up and went back to bed. It's nearly 3 in like a dorm, so to speak.
I would like to sit at a table. Actually, is there anyone by the bar? There's like a tavern bar thing here, right?
You have like a kitchen. It's not a full-on bar. Yes, it's more
like a
set up
kitchen?
like. But yeah, there's a kitchen.
I put my mace and my shield on a table. I walk into the kitchen. I look for 3 beers.
Done and done. That's easy.
I come
enough.
back. I sit
3
at the
mugs
table.
full of ale.
And I set them down. And I just down one. Well, I think we should wait until Obkrin is here. Seems about all we can do.
Okay. Yeah, let's wait. Yeah, works for me. We will wait.
Day.
And then we will.
So you guys join Emin at the table.
That kind of counts, right? Like just sitting and like can you still
it's
talk
light
during
activity.
Can you
absolutely? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Light
cool.
activity.
Light activity. Does anyone know anything? I think we're kind of past the point of keeping secrets.
I like to see this book that you have, Seven.
Here we go. It belongs to somebody named Leon. I'm assuming a child. And I slide it over to him. It's how I learned how to do my bird. I call my owl over to sit on the bar with us.
Yeah, he kind of sits down at the end and is like bouncing around, and you see him kind of like just on the table in front of Seven, kind of swiveling its head around, looking at its.
Hey, Owl, are you hungry?
You kind of like bobble towards you a little bit.
Jay, can I ask you something?
I'm trying to feed it something.
Yeah.
What are you gonna feed it?
I don't know. Whatever's in the kitchen, dude.
Yeah,
Maybe some nuts or something.
You can, you grab like a handful of some grain or some nuts or whatever. You put out a weird trail mix for your magic owl, and it's eating.
Neat. I have no idea what this thing can do.
But Dave, flipping through this book that Seven handed to you, you can see similarly, it's just got a lot of like crude drawings, and it's kind of you see a few different spells outlined. And it's more trial and error with a much longer error column of things that didn't work or times that it blew something or broke something, like blew something up, broke something, caught something on fire, turned something into something else on accident. And it was more of like, I messed it up a whole bunch of times until I got it right. They're very basic spells, and somehow Seven learned some magic from this book.
Can I learn anything from this book?
You can try and spend some time with it, but there's no guarantee that you will necessarily learn it.
I mean, what was that?
I slide over an ale to him. If he's sitting next to me.
Yeah, I mean, imagine you're all at the same table, so you just, there's a mug of ale slid in.
I pour an ale for myself and a small ale for the owl. And I slide it over to him, see if he wants any.
Owl looks at it and kind of gets near it, and then just goes back to its nuts and grain and is like, whatever.
Guess not.
Day, you seem very capable. You can handle yourself. But you were ready to run. In the thick of everything. After everything that's happened in the prison.
Oh, yeah. Not cool.
You were
Not
ready.
cool.
Seven. Can I? Please? Seven? Just once.
Yeah.
You just once. Just this once. It's the only. I'm not a dad, but this is my dad voice. I think it sounds the same as all my other voices, but. What happens next time? Will you abandon us again?
Next time, if you get us into unnecessary trouble because of your past, that's up to you. Your past has nothing to do with me, and if your past comes back to get you, then that has nothing to do with me.
So what happens when your past comes out? You don't think that possibly the thing in the sky is tied into you? You seem to know the most about these.
I think that it's also tied into you, and it's also tied into Seven. We were all there, and we all saw it become unleashed, and we all feel a responsibility for it.
Do you see what I'm getting at here, though? I've never seen anything like this before. I have never seen any of those people. I don't know what's happening in the sky. It has literally nothing to do with me. Up until the point I was there. And now it's my business. Anything that Seven has from his past, you are now a part of, whether you want to be or not. The deck knows who you are. Do you not find that a little bit selfish?
Okay, sure. I'm the selfish one. Why not?
Okay,
so
and
maybe
fine.
I shouldn't have taken my eye out. Maybe I shouldn't have, tried to save everybody. And maybe it wasn't me that got the Harlequin to leave us.
That
wasn't me.
That's what I'm asking. I never said that wasn't you.
By the way, this is the first time you all are hearing the mention of a Harlequin.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't explain it.
Yeah.
First off,
is that what that thing was?
I'm not placing blame. I want to know going forward, between the three of us, if we keep working together, that we're not going to abandon each other.
Between the three of us, I'm the one who saved us last time. So this talk you should be having with Seven. Keep your past to yourself, and if you drag us into more danger, then maybe you're not on our team.
So is the team solely based around what? What you want and what you decide you don't want? That's the team?
The team is the safety of the city. Are we taking on the whole deck, as well as some demon underlord coming out of nowhere? I'm just trying to stay safe. I'd love to go live in a forest and be alone and just let the world wreck itself. If that's what the world wants to do to itself, I'll be over here. But I'm here, aren't I? I'm right here.
That's fair. That's why I'm asking. I want an understanding. That's all.
You will get no promises from me.
That's fair
If Seven continues to fuck up, then I will not let my life be sacrificed on behalf of that. Do you understand?
Hey,
That's
first
fair.
off, I haven't really done a lot of fucking up recently. I mean,
First off,
you better take one of those fingers away.
yeah. We
left hand
collectively,
index finger.
It is impossible to keep a straight face with Mike at the table.
we collectively are fucked up, but I just would like to remind everybody at the table, as I eat these nuts with my beautiful owl.
Yep.
These are the ghosts of my past. These are fuck ups. We're being visited by the ghosts of fuck ups of Christmas past. I didn't know this was going to happen. I didn't know they were going to come after me.
Seven.
After you.
Seven. Serious question. With how much you know about the deck, with how powerful both of us know it is, you had no idea that any of this was going to happen. By coming to that message.
I'll be honest. I thought one of two things. One, I thought it would be a long time before they ever found me. Two, maybe three things. That I was never of any significance to the group. I was never a full-fledged member. I never got to see the ins and outs. And the second I saw even a little bit of weirdness, I bailed. I really... It almost seems uneven. The amount of... the way they're coming after me, it makes it seem like I'm way higher a priority than I ever once thought before. It'd be like if, I don't know, man. It'd be like if you went on a few missions with the gang and then you left and then the entire gang lost their shit and, did whatever they could to go after you. I quite frankly do not understand why they are after me as much as they are. So I didn't see this coming to as crazy as this is. I did not see this coming. Honestly.
I think Day makes a fair point. If going forward, he doesn't want to be a part of... It was our choice to go to the docks to take care of this. And while I do think there's some responsibility in taking that choice in the first place, if going forward he doesn't want to, I understand. The thing in the sky
That's fair.
It's very important.
The thing in the sky is everybody's problem.
Yes.
This Harlequin who attacked is Seven's problem.
You keep saying Harlequin. What is that the thing
What
with
is
the cape?
Haven't you heard the tales? This being, it's like a deity or like an extra planar being or a god, some say.
Children's
or
tale?
A very, very skilled human just trying to maintain balance on its own whim.
That's what my dad said to make me go to sleep. That's what my father said to make me scared at night. That's not...
Well, what else do you have to explain? Not much. And if Seven thinks that it's okay to bring us into the danger of this being, then who's your friend and who's your enemy?
You make it sound like
the Harlequin your enemy, or is Seven your enemy?
You make it sound like I was like, "Hey, Harlequin, these are me and my friends. Come fight us."
An entire prison full of guards and guilty and possibly innocent men too are dead. And Seven's response was, "Let's make sure that we check the bodies to see if we can get anything from it."
Hey, I lost a finger. What did you? I lost a finger
when
and a
you
half, sister.
asked
What the fuck did you lose? You
if I'll
fucking
be
wizard
there
piece of shit, dude. You fucking
you,
selfish,
maybe.
greedy, fucking egotistical wizard, man. You say that your eye saved us. The fucking eye saved you. You were fucking almost no help in that goddamn prison. No fucking help.
Here's what I know. The thing in the sky is all of our fault, whether we want it to be or not. So the way I see it currently is it is our responsibility to do something about it.
I agree.
We've lost already a companion. I'm assuming Asbjorn, with things like the Harlequin existing, I'm assuming he's lost. He's not the only one that's lost in the swamp in this city. Day, if you take on a companion, you take on their past, whether you want to or not.
And if you take on a companion, as you take on their past, it's their obligation to tell you what they're taking on.
I did not see this.
Did we know all of this? Did I know this walking in?
That's fair.
I feel lied to. I feel misguided. So would I leave him in the dust? Fuck yes.
There's this faint kind of marble sound and clinking into your tankard on the table, Emmett, is a small glass eye in the center on the table, right in the middle of all three of you.
Hey, what's going on?
You think you've told us everything? You keep
Yeah,
talking
right?
about how he dragged us into his past. Before we even went into that swamp, before any green flames attacked us, before it gets stolen, you didn't tell us about this eye.
And
You didn't tell us about any cultists.
I didn't
You're
know.
cut off in the middle of this by this voice
You didn't.
in your mind. And it's this voice you've never heard before, and it just says, be gentle with him. He's still got quite a lot to learn.
Oh. Ooh, how do you
Was that
say,
just
did
me?
he just say that
Was
in
that
English?
Just
Was that-
you,
was that a
Evan.
message? Oh, balls.
Are you fucking with me?
Me? I'm just sitting here.
Day, are you fucking with me? I mean, that is accurate,
No.
Seven, but who just
No.
said that?
My patron.
You know this?
Oh, man. I didn't
No,
hear him.
not fully, but I believe it.
Here, I slide the nuts over from my owl to the eye. See if he wants some nuts.
Okay, you slide the owl just kind of like follows them. It's right up at the eye. You see kind of trying to look and it like pecks on the eye a little bit. The eye rolls and then rolls back into place and it goes back to its nuts.
Yeah. Hey, he's up on those nuts, owls. You're gonna get fat.
I cast Identify on the eye
Okay.
again.
So yeah,
You're
you
gonna hurt me.
reach out and touch it to identify it. And as you do, man, let me look up something.
Yeah.
Make sure I'm giving you the right information.
What's going on here? What's going on?
Yes! Yes! Come on, Seth. Come on now. I'm getting ready. I'm fucking in.
I know Dave's mad at you guys right now, but I love you.
I love you too.
Yeah, this
I love you too,
is
bro.
not to take magic. So,
Yeah.
the knowledge you gain from your identify spell, this object is sentient. This object has a limited use of charges, namely 3 of them, and you know that it is essentially a component used in a ritual, some kind of ritual where if you use one of those charges, it activates, but what it activates you don't. But you basically learn all of those magical properties from this magical item.
And they don't know this, though.
They don't know this.
1 second.
And I can't hear him.
Okay, I'm back. I just had to sneeze real quick. I slowly reached
But
out to
you know this magic. You know it. It's part of it. Like it is essentially a component for a ritual, and it has 3 charges.
I try to pick it up, and I'm slowly bringing it to my face.
Yeah,
I
it's looking at you.
To
It's
be
an eye.
fair, every time I've touched something
Yeah.
magic,
Last time.
it keeps
Correct.
bothering me, so I'm just.
Last time that did not work.
Correct.
And I'm staring in the eyeball. Is it looking at me?
Well, hello.
Jesus!
And it clatters to the ground. as
Lord
you
of
drop.
Oh.
the heaven
Ooh, I want
realms.
to I want to try to pick it up. I want to try to bend down and pick it up gingerly.
Okay, you scoop it up, and you are now holding this glass eye. Day is just sitting there at the table,
All right,
looking
this is too much.
annoyed and pleased with himself. All this.
This is
Here, I'm gonna try to give the eye. I'm gonna give the eye. I'm gonna see if my owl can grab the eye out of my hands with its
Okay, so you like hold it up and you're like
Yeah.
commanding. You're like, hey, come
Yeah.
get this. He
Go get
kind of
this.
takes off and rounds the room for a minute and just like snatches it as he flies by and then like lands on the ground. And he's just
Ooh.
like owl palming this eye like on the.
Ooh, look at him. Hey, does the eye like that? Austin, does the eye like it when he's floating around the room?
There it
Sorry.
is.
Day. Day.
I messaged the eye. Can I put you back in my pocket? This is
But ask him if he likes it. Ask him if he likes it.
this is too much. Do you like it?
It's as you will, Day. If you'd rather me stay hidden, then I'll stay hidden. But I should not be hiding forever.
Dave, we
Let's
need
see.
to. You make a really good point here, as I see. If that Harlequin, if all the stories about it are true, I'm sure most of them are folk tales, but I cannot deny its power. We should know each other to go forward from this moment. That eye, that's not sexual, 7.
Okay, thank you. I was just worried.
Unless you want it to be, but I kind of prefer people with all their fingers.
Oh, yeah. I gotta do something about this.
That was also a joke.
Really gotta.
I'm not great.
I really
Day
gotta.
7 hid stuff. 7's probably still hiding stuff. I have not told you anything about my past. It is well within your right to feel scared. I think we're all a little scared because we are dabbling in things that we do not understand. What do you need to feel comfortable with the two of us?
I don't want to ask you of anything. Be honest. Be truthful.
Try me. You do want to ask, or you don't want to ask?
I don't want to ask anything. There's nothing that I'm looking for.
So next time, when we're in the shit, like a prison, if there's nothing you want to ask, can you remember this moment and take that responsibility yourself, please?
The moment that I want to ask something, I expect you to answer it honestly. Can you give me that?
I can give you that if I know that you have our back.
My life is also on the line when we're together.
Yes.
If we're together, if I'm next to you, then I have your back. If I'm not next to you, I'll make it clear that I don't have your back. I'll tell you, good luck. I'm not taking part. Goodbye. And I will tell you, and you will know.
That is fair.
I'll make it clear. You won't have to guess. You won't have to ask, does he? Because when I don't, you will know.
That is fair. 7, is
Now-
there anything else you'd like to tell us about the Harlequin? Or did you really
Yeah.
not know?
Dude, I swear to whatever gods you guys are believing in, I had no idea. Never seen that before. It strikes me as a kind of a fucking big deal, no?
A little
I
bit.
mean, doesn't that seem excruciating? Man, that's like using a fucking Eldritch blast to fucking take out a fly. I really do not understand
I don't know why we're still alive.
why.
Honestly.
I don't know why we're still alive. I don't know why they're still coming after me. I don't know why it wasn't enough that they killed my sister in a horrific manner in order to get to me. I really...
Why do they hate you so much? Why do they want to kill you?
I don't know. I wasn't
Really?
I wasn't
You're
I
not
wasn't even
lying?
a full-fledged member. No, I mean...
Emmett, what do you think?
Yeah.
Is he lying?
Does it seem like he's lying?
Yeah,
You can
I
always
can
roll
give you
for
this much. You can insight check him if you think he's full of shit right now.
Yeah.
Do I think he's lying?
You can insight check him as well.
What's my read? Ooh. Oh, 22.
And Seven, this is on you. If you want to roll to contest them, if you're trying to deceive them, go for it.
I got a 22 as well.
Hey.
Okay.
No.
Right.
No
So
deception, man.
exactly. So even with as well as you both kind of
No collusion.
go to read him, yeah, he's being open and genuine and honest. He's just as confused and panicked and lost for what just happened as you all are, and he's and it's genuine. He's not hiding anything.
I apologize for my high tension. I'm not used to gods coming after me.
As someone who talks to one
for the most
or
part.
something. So the thing in your eye, is it a god?
It's a fae, one of the fae lords.
What's that?
Day, as you say that, you hear pretty prominently in your mind, "Oh, come now, I'm much more than that. You don't do me justice."
May I speak freely? I message to the eye, may I speak freely about you?
Our enemies are amassing allies and forces. Why shouldn't we? I think we
Emmett.
need them.
Listen, what I told Seven that day where I made him draw blood to prove to me that he would trust me and that I can trust him.
You did a thing. You did a magic thing. I knew you were doing a magic thing. You were doing something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did a magic?
I knew you were doing that. Oh, come on. I didn't trust you, and now it's I was just trusting you. I was gonna tell you about I was gonna tell you all this stuff, but now.
And I wanted to tell you this stuff, and instead I just told Seven. He knows, and it's not anything that you would have needed to know anyway. But I am a warlock. I'm not a wizard. I'm a warlock.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And
Keep it going, man. Keep it going.
I am a warlock, and warlocks get their magic from a patron of sorts. I grew up in the city as a wealthy kid in a family. I don't remember a whole lot because I was taken out of the city by a love interest, and as I was lured out, I realized that my love interest was actually another warlock. And at the time, I was not a warlock, and this other warlock was sacrificing me to her fiend patron. And this fiend patron was going to use me and abuse me and siphon the soul out of me so that their fiend underlings can become more powerful because of my pain, because of my torture. And there is this Fae overlord. His name is Kasmin of the Summer's Court. And he is old as time, it seems. He's outside of time. The Feywild is unbelievable. And he pulled me away from this fiend because this fiend is his enemy. And I don't know why. Maybe something in me reminded him of himself, or maybe he saw potential in me, or maybe it was just dumb luck, you know? But he pulled me out of that fiend's grasp, and that's about all I really remember. After that, I've been trying to learn, wander around, and it's only until recently that this Fey Lord has made himself available to me through this eye. You've seen the first contact I've had with this Fey Lord, with Kasmin. Now, other than my actual dream book, which I assume is him writing in my dream book occasionally, you saw the first time that I ever spoke to him through that eye. So I have not been holding secrets from you.
Hey, ask the eye
I know
how he
very
holds
little.
Ask the eye how he holds a pen to write in the book. I'm curious.
It's magic, Seven.
I reach and I just put a hand on Day's shoulder. I am sorry, friend. That sounds horrific.
And I say, hey, Day, I knew all this already, but also, how offensive is it when I was calling you a wizard when you were really? Because I just now learned that there was a difference. I thought they were the same thing.
Yeah,
Day, if you want me to take another finger from him, I think I could. I really do.
It's fine.
That was also a joke.
I clearly took it very seriously.
I wish, man, why couldn't that guy take a toe? I wouldn't mind a toe or two. Freaking, I like this hand. It's not my masturbation hand, but
Can
still.
I talk to Kazmin?
I don't know how you would. I mean, he can talk to you.
Can I see the eye again?
Take out my eye. I message it. Emmett wants to speak with you. This is completely up to you. If you feel like it's not worthy of your time, then just make it apparent.
Day, you mine this. Let's not settle with formality, shall we? You don't always need this. It's just a fun way for me to keep up with you, so to speak. If you need me, just call on me. You should know by now.
Thank you. I did not know. I know now.
So, can I see the eye? Or
I put it right in your hand.
Oh, sorry. I had it. Thank you.
Hey, Day. Day. Do you or your eyeball man know how this thing is conjured, my buddy? And I point to the owl. Like, where this thing comes from?
That book should tell you.
This book is a child's book. It's just got some silly, goofy pictures in it.
I placed the.
Yeah, you summoned a magic owl out of it.
I placed the eyeball in front of us, like kind of in the middle.
Okay.
Kazmin, I am Emmett Wayland. If you know anything about the portal overhead, or what Harlequin may want from Seven, if there's anything that you can guide us or help us with, I trust that from trusting my friend here, you may have guidance for us.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check for me.
I need to be making fucking intimidates. Why am I so nice? Natural fucking 20, bitches!
Whoa! What was that?
Hey.
What kind of check was that?
That is a
Persuasion.
22!
Oh.
Nice.
22.
You're persuasive as shit.
The eye just turns to you as you're saying all this, and you see that small kind of radiant energy emanating around the eye again, causing it to glow, kind of like you saw when it let off this brilliant flash in the prison, but it's very mild. And you all begin to hear. It's audible, so it's not mental, so everyone can hear it. But it's almost like a hushed whisper, to where only like you right around this table can hear it. It just wouldn't carry like outside or upstairs or anything. It's very, very calm, very quiet. In regards to whatever storm you've all helped conjure, something is definitely stirring, something bad. And I know, as does Day, who is behind it to some degree. I also know, due to my eyes in the forest and in the bog, that your missing friend is there.
He's alive.
Alive?
For now.
Can you guide us
So
toward
they
him?
tend to keep it that way. He's not got long, best I can tell. Day, he's sort of taken your place. They plan on sacrificing him.
Oh, fuck.
Do you know anything about cemeteries? I'm sorry to bombard you with a bunch of questions. Actually, I have a more important one. Wow, I've never actually talked to a god like this Are you a god?
It's-
Back and forth. This is this is
Slow
actually
down.
it's kind
Take
of a
your
lot.
time.
Is Dear Ghost a real? Do you know him?
I did. It's been a long time since I've spoken with him.
Do you eat snacks?
Depends, but
You want
yes,
some of these nuts?
I'm fine. Thank you for your
Okay.
kindness.
Can you talk to my owl? Can you guys communicate? Do you know what my owl is?
I know he's
Is he alive still?
familiar.
Yeah, I read that in the book of Familiar.
You are referring to the Sunsmith, I imagine.
Yes.
It'll take a lot to end a god. But he's fading.
This is intense.
Thank you. Is this thing from the portal that you're against? Is he against it too?
It's not a thing, it's a he, and no. For him, it's a gate, so to speak, a foothold. He's trying to tear reality and force his way in, him and all his followers.
Does he have a name?
He does.
Is
You
it?
should not speak.
Can you think it at me?
It's not that simple.
I mean,
Hey, do you have a nick?
can you write it down in the book?
Yeah, do you have a nickname we can call you?
K Money.
Don't try my patience.
No, seriously, do you have a nickname? Not necessarily K Money, but maybe like an abbreviation.
Stupid.
You may call me by my true name, so long as I permit it, and don't see to set your entire body on fire. How does that sound?
That sounds very
Yeah, wait.
plausible, and I agree to your terms, Casmine.
Wonderful, wonderful deal.
Kaz. What about
Serious
Kaz?
question. Are we fucked? That Harlequin thing. I don't know. I don't know if you're. I'm not saying your powers are limited,
Oh, you have no idea of my powers.
but I don't know how much of a hold you may have on our realm. In the eye that he holds, I know it has a limited scope. I think a day. If Harlequin wants to kill us, can he just?
No, he is bound to laws of balance, as we all are. More so, if I'm being serious, but still, he's not something to be toyed with. In fact, he's the one who does all the playing, and that is why he is so dangerous.
Oh,
The fact you
balls.
had an encounter with him is odd, but
Is he on the Portal Man's, for lack of a better term, is he on his side?
sides are not so black and white in these times, Emmett.
Learn
Let's
a
just
lot.
say everyone's looking out for themselves. Maybe it's time the three of you start doing the same.
Dear Ghost is a good guy, though. I mean, you're saying that it's. I'm trying to process this. Like, are you guys on the same side?
I guess a better question is, do you have the same enemies?
It's very good.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend, is it not?
Is that a yes? I think that's a yes.
I
Overall.
think so.
If you don't want to see your world overrun by foul abominations and demons and set aflame, I suggest you head and find your friend and put a stop to it.
Do you know where he is? Can you help guide us towards him, at least in the right direction?
Keep me close and I can get you there. Just leave prepared.
Okay.
You all see the light kind of fizzle and fade, and there's just a plain glass eye on the table.
I pick it up, put it back in my pocket.
Yep.
Day, I'm not trying to
Cool.
harp on this.
Yep.
I'm just trying to add some perspective here.
Yep.
If I wanted to, I feel there was a way I could skew it to say your past and problems just became all of our problems.
Ha!
Hey, 7, 7, 7, 7. That's really not needed.
Okay, fair.
You actually,
Fair.
I shouldn't quiet you. You're the one getting shit talked.
It's alright. I don't care.
Day, I trust
Doesn't
you.
really bother me.
You know, 7. You say this, but I don't believe you.
I know. I keep my feelings inside. I push them down deep.
My past wasn't because of my wrongdoing. My past was because I got caught up. If it wasn't me getting caught up in that, it would have been somebody else, and we would have less knowledge of a situation for a world that is about to be on fire. I'm happy that my past is my past. That gives us more of a foothold in a battle to come that will be happening regardless.
Yes, and I agree with that assessment. My perspective is we, not I, is kind of what I'm getting at.
Okay.
The way you say things sometimes is very my problems. And all
Should
I'm
we
saying
oh,
is it's
go on.
kind of all of ours.
Yeah. We need to stop them from getting to Asbjorn. Whatever they're about to do to him is going to be terrible. They started to do it to me. It is
All right.
terrible.
Do
And he's a
we-
good
we
man.
can't.
Are
We can't just leave
waiting?
quite yet. We need to tell
to
Ark-
tell Archon or Obkrin, right? At the very least, we need someone to give word of what happened in the prison. And actually,
We should leave a note. I grab
Hang
my
on.
book.
Let's
and I say,
resupply before we go too.
direction.
It's time. I think I need to show you guys a shop, a pretty dope shop that I went to get this bad boy. I point to the
Right.
Red Bull.
By the way, it's like 4 in the morning.
I know. Once
Cat-
Obkin's
so-
awake.
Kasmin, if you can hear me, Kasmin, if you can, you don't have to tell me everything, but if there's some sort of direction we can leave for the guards of this city, so that they may know also where we're going, just to make sure our story. I just want to be a little foolproof here. Obviously in the swamp, but if there's a direction, I would love to be given it.
Okay, you have this conversation and hear no response. Day, as you are opening your book to leave this note, you see some instructions written in it in very fancy, fine handwriting that you've only seen a number of times before, leading you to believe it's from Cass.
I try to like peek over his shoulder, like sipping my beer, like a.
Yeah.
Oh, can I not?
it-
Can I? What did he write anything?
you can see it. You can see it.
I can see
You see the phrase, whenever you need guidance, put it in.
Put it in.
7. Yeah, I was waiting for it.
7.
7.
Do I see it too?
Yeah.
There you go. You see it.
Even I think that that's sexual.
Listen, I put it in, but I've only got a nub now.
Ah,
I can
nice.
I can get an
7.
infection.
Don't know. I try with you guys sometimes.
7. You seem to mask your sadness with humor, and I like that.
Oh no, 7! I love you.
I do
That
have a
was me,
question.
Day,
though. Yeah,
breaking down, seeing you truly.
Oh, oh,
I
Dave.
I do
I
have
put my
a,
arm around Dave.
Are you okay?
No, I'm not. But we don't have the luxury of being not okay. There's too much at stake. The future of this entire world is literally hanging in the balance. My life, yours, my sister's even. None of it matters in the end. It all pales in comparison to all the lives in all the world or worlds that could be coming to an end if we don't act. So I'll deal with all of it when I can. But that's not now. Now we need to be strong. We need to act as one together, put all our petty differences aside and fix this. Fix everything. Not just my issues with the deck, but obviously I'm clearly not the only one who's running from a past. It's time that we confront these things head on together. Fucking Dragonbjorn style.
To the Dragon's Guild. I raise my glass.
I raise my glass.
To the Dragon's Guild.
Hey. You motherfucker, dude.
It's orc tusks.
Oh, fuck, dude.
It's orc tusks.
Orc tusk. Come on.
There is a very very touching moment as you all have your long conversation, cheers each other. Go ahead and benefit from a long rest.
Yeah.
Got him.
Well done.
Now, long rest,
Beautiful.
do I recover any HP for that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
If you do it on the app, it does everything for you if you're using the app.
You should recover all of it, right?
You should go.
All right.
Effectively, yeah, you're good.
Oh, I've been doing it manually. I don't know how to long rest on the app.
D&D Beyond has a long rest. I don't know if you...
Question.
Figure it out. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
We're still going, right?
Yeah, we're still going. We still got a little bit of time. So yes, we are still.
All right. So I would like to
keep talking. So we'll say it. I mean, you guys have been chilling. You're not having to sleep. You took some weird sleep patterns the previous day, anyways. That's fine. It's going to be very early morning, like sometime between 5 and 7.
All right. 5 and what?
Very very early morning. Sometime between 5 and 7.
7 till we get to the day.
No. Like, we'll move ahead to. I hate you so much. Stream's over.
All right, we're done.
Y'all wake up and talk about shit. I'm gonna set something else up.
Oh, I had a. I would like to do some while we're between us.
I'm still listening. I'm just doing other stuff on the side.
Between us, our plan here, boys. For the boys. Hashtag. Our plan here is wait for the shop to open. I don't know how much gold I really have to spend.
I would say the plan is
we need to leave a note.
Speak to Obkrin, leave a note for, or speak to Obkrin if he's awake, or maybe even Captain Garrus.
That's
might
fine.
be the better.
I mean, honestly, I don't know if any of the guards are the best idea right now, because I gotta imagine they may think that we're supposed to be in jail.
Right. I mean, does every guard even know we're supposed to be in jail?
I don't.
I mean, know. I'm imagining somebody at some point this evening is going to enter that prison, see the massacre that has happened, and is going to have some real questions.
We need to get word to Archon.
You guys have been away from the prison for like the last
hour or two, right?
2 to 4 hours. We're speeding things up for time's sake, but like
while
you guys got the hell out of there and you've been chilling here for like a good 2.
I would like to.
I say,
oh, go ahead.
We leave a note. We head to the bar.
Yeah.
I still say we hit up the general store first. Talk to.
Do we have time for shopping?
Either Durham or Orson. They might be able to help us grab some shit that. Listen, man, listen. We've been to the bog before, with all the things that we have at our disposal, and it kicked our ass up more than once, I'd say.
Yeah, that's very true.
Maybe we might need some help in any way. So maybe we talk to Captain Garrus, maybe we talk to Obkrin, maybe we go to the general store. Orson or Durham might be there. Whoa, what?
We lost a Austin. Maybe his laptop died.
Bro.
Rip.
Dun, 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 dun. Incoming
How does this look on
TPK
stream?
LOL. It's not great, and I can't really fix it.
Let's see.
Yeah,
what
no.
Well, I mean, we could add in a random person, I suppose, just to fill out the call.
Nano, get in there.
We need like a standby in case this stuff happens.
Dun, 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 dun. Hi guys.
Oh,
First,
everyone.
I just want to say,
Hey, everybody.
holy moly, just holy.
We got a little extra time. We'll hit the recap too. We might. I mean, we only were gonna
If
go for
he's-
about another
if
10 or
he's-
15, anyways. So if he's like, he's back soon.
I have
cool.
yeah, he said Discord crashed, so maybe he can come back in. Dude,
Sweet.
KG. Internet's still good, just Discord crashed. He'll probably be right back. That's cool. Honestly, for the VOD, we can just... yeah, Mikey Mega, we making it.
Mikey.
Between you and me, all right, I would like to catch this all real, so I'll just wait. Never mind.
Okay,
Because I
was
want
gonna
the...
say.
For the
I'm
the
happy to
actual
answer,
video,
but yeah.
Yeah, for the actual video, I want to make it all real.
Yeah.
Like, so that I could just edit it all together for the YouTubes, for the podcast.
sure.
I've had at least two
Of
people
course.
asking me for some sort of podcast version, and I'm working on it,
Oh,
guys.
dude. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
hey,
wow.
yeah.
To do that.
This deserve. Oh my gosh, this deserves. I'm gonna start really diving into trying to make some music for it to where everything is ours. Also,
I'm trying to get some more. I have like the ambient stuff just because it works great to have on in the background. I love that too. I want to have that. I'm gonna put together a more wider playlist instead of like the 4 to 6 songs we have now, just so there's some variety there. I'm gonna like build a playlist on Spotify that you can go right to, and just we'll use that.
yeah, it'd be
But
pretty
yeah,
sick.
dude, yeah, I want to get our stuff in there too. Absolutely. Come on,
It may.
Hey,
Hey, BB.
Hey, there we go.
Hey,
Right
so
good,
on.
man.
Welcome back.
easy.
all
Like
We
nothing
did
ever
it.
happened.
Yeah,
We
nice. Okay. Hey.
Yeah,
In the-
we'll recoup all that. So let's use our time up while we're still here.
In the interim of before we like set out, I'd like to go to my room for like for an hour.
Absolutely.
Hour
I
and
mean,
a
this
half.
is still, you have the time to do that now. So we've had our little like group powwow at the table. We had that whole conversation. You can all retreat to your rooms and actually get
Yeah.
like an hour or two to yourselves to rest. And it'll still like you'll be getting up at normal, 8 a.m. time, like a normal
Yeah.
day. So if you all want to do that, you're welcome.
Before we go to our room, like before I like head off to my rooms, I like
Sure.
drink a couple drinks. I'm just like, I think that the shop is a good idea to just see. We don't have to spend long in it. But if he found a magic book in there that helps him make an owl, maybe he can find more. They just a quick pop into the shop.
Yeah, that sounds great.
All right. I have something I need to take care of, and I go up to my room.
Okay.
I still have that book that he gave me. Can I look through it to see if there's anything I can learn?
You can, and I'll give you especially as the conversation that we just had. This is a spell book, like a wizard's book.
Right.
And you can't really get magic out of a book like this. The way you get your magic is through your patron and other means. So
I'm packed to the tome.
correct. I know that. You have your Book of Shadows for that was given to you by your patron, which is separate. It functions like that does, but I'll put it this way. It's disrespectful and literally would go against your bond with your patron to pick up
I
and
don't
learn
fuck with
magic.
that, dude. No.
Right.
Nope.
So even trying is a
No, I'm
horrible
good.
idea.
I'm good.
Oh shit.
Yeah, no, thank you.
I'm not saying you can't try. You have
Nope.
enough knowledge to know that trying is a bad idea.
Yeah, no, I'm good. Solid.
Okay.
Hilarious.
I'd like to write a note.
Okay.
While I'm in my room, and
Sure.
I would just like the note to say, "The city's not safe, and it's getting worse. Do everything you can to be careful and stay safe yourself. Your loving son, Emmett." And if I can, I would like to kind of wait until there's no one watching and try to...
We're still very, very early. Like you're
Yeah.
not. Yeah.
I would like to cover up my head, my face in in one of the cloaks that I have.
Sure.
And walk to my family's house.
Okay, so you're gonna take a little expedition. You're gonna have to get to the upper city to do this. Do you want to do it?
Uh-oh.
Do I know of any messenger systems? Just like any sort of mail systems?
So it's very common practice to literally just pay someone off the street. I know it sounds weird, but literally you can just buy a courier at will, so to speak. You find someone who will do it for a willing enough price, and kind of, if they know the area, can go somewhere and we'll send the message for you. It's not 100% reliable, but it's the quickest and easiest way. And it's kind of an honor system to where people know, like if someone, for example, like if your captain just gave someone something, he wouldn't do it with important stuff, but he was like, hey, take this to so-and-so at this inn and give them this message. They're going to do it because they know if they don't, he's going to know and it's bad. It's like a reputation sort of thing. So that would require also it not being super early. So there's not a lot of people to do that for. However, there is essentially a Dropbox in your, like, it's attached to the front of your guild hall. You guys can leave messages. It's outgoing and ingoing mail. You can leave it there, and there are pickups that are made twice a day.
I would like to knock on Seven's door.
7, you hear a rapping at your door.
Come in.
I open the door. Do I see any sexy ladies?
Maybe flipping through my spell book.
You see 7 sitting kind of just cross-legged. His owl's over in the corner, standing on top of a big old bowl of nuts, hanging out with its eyes closed. Looks very happy.
This guy with the nuts, am I right? Hey, Bird, how you doing over there?
How,
You can see your owl just, like, slowly bobbing up and down with his eyes closed.
Sweetie, we got to figure out a name for this guy. What's up, man? How can I help you?
I have a request.
Shoot.
I have a note that
I owe you my life, man. A few times over at this point.
And I probably owe you mine. I have a note that I would like to leave on my family's doorstep. And I was wondering if your owl and you, since I cannot find my way into the upper city, could possibly drop it there.
That's genius.
Yeah, dude. Nice.
Yeah.
He knows this city pretty well, right?
Yeah, I've stolen from the upper. Yeah, we met at the upper area.
He knows. I mean, I don't get to give you that information. You'd have to ask him that.
Right,
yeah,
but
dude, remember you
7 knows this city very well.
Do you know the aspects of the anvil?
No, I've never dealt with the anvil.
Well,
you have surface knowledge, 7. I'll put it that way. You've heard of them, but to you, that'd be like saying like Costco or Walmart, in the sense of like there are smith shops and things like that that are run by people tied to the aspects of the anvil. But to you, that's just like a brand name more than it is you don't know about the organization or certain specific people. You just know, like, have you heard of them? Yeah, but that'd be like saying, Trader Joe's to you.
Okay. All right. Gotcha.
My family is a part of them. Well-known smiths. And I came back thinking that my mother had passed. I don't know if you remember, we met at a funeral.
Remember funeral.
But it seems that it was my grandmother who passed.
I'm sorry.
I'm
sorry for your loss.
Don't be. She was a horrific woman.
I take my apologies back. I'm glad she's dead.
I don't know.
Gross, man.
I don't know if I am.
Okay. Well, whatever your emotions are, I mirror them. Empathy.
Thank you. I think.
Hmm.
If you could, I just want this to be on their doorstep for them to find it. And I just hand him the note and describe just like basically where my family's house, or where I think my family's house is. And
Yeah,
if there's a way you can like fly.
He describes the estate close enough to give you some sort of. The owl knocks over the entire bowl of nuts onto the floor.
Is that what that was, dude?
Yeah.
Yeah, I startle the owl, waking it up. I'm sorry, owl.
You just got like one eye open and just kind of scans the room, sees you, sees Emmett, looks.
Hey, owl, you want to do this together? You fly, I'll point.
The second thing, and I should have done this first, but I tried for an hour to make, like, was his sister I think I asked this, an elf or a human? Is it a half elf or a half?
He is a half elf.
Yeah,
his sister was an elf.
She was an elf. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I've got my siblings are full elf and full human, both royalty or highborn rather.
I tried. So sorry, I should have done this first. But taking some metal, I tried to make a little statue for an hour of what I just picture a little elf girl with her name, kind of like in a flowery way. Again, I'm making little anime statues here. It's like a cuter one, nothing sexualized. Don't get weird. A little like remembrance with her name written.
Right, you made the like I went to this con commemorative figure.
Yes,
like it's a little like 4 or 5 inch like desk statue.
And it just
says
an
amiibo of his sister.
I made an amiibo, and it like across. She's just kind of looking up, and her name is written Rissa above it.
Okay. So he comes in, he has all this to you, and then he presents this little statuette. It's not an exact likeness, but it's pretty damn close, given the one time he saw her. But it's definitely more the thought that counts, and it's not to say that it is not well made, because this thing is very nice. It's really well done. You saw his like his avatars that he made of you three with your whole super heroic poses and this whole Dragons Guild moniker that you gave each other, and saw even the quality that went into these, and that has not been spared here.
This is beautiful. You do her likeness justice.
I doubt it. I didn't know her, but hopefully you seem like maybe it means something. So
I'll keep this close. This means to me more than I can say.
That's fair.
Thank you. I give him a big old hug.
Yeah.
I do not hug back. I stand awkwardly, and
it's weird, but you get a warm embrace from Seven, who is it's genuine too. He can tell it means a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And just for clarity and your knowledge too, Seven, you can either go with this thing and command it to stay close and give more direct commands. You could literally tell this bird, go here, drop this off, and come back. Now, once it gets like beyond your range, you'll just have to hope it did that. But you can full on carrier pigeon this in a sense and just tell it to go deliver the message and hope it returns. Outside of anything absolutely crazy, where it doesn't, but it will follow. It will follow your command. Until issued another one. So it can go beyond your range. It's just,
Right, I can't control it at that point, or I can't talk to it at that point.
Correct.
I don't want you to do anything dangerous between you and me. I don't know if it's a good idea to actually.
I just didn't want you to feel like it was limited. Like you could literally tell this bird, fly to this other city that's like a week away, and wait for me there. And it would do that. It would follow the command of I'm gonna go there because that's the last thing you told me to do. Now you won't know if it got there or not. And you can't pop it in and out for protection. You don't have that kind of control unless it's within your 100 feet. But it can. It's intelligent enough of a creature to follow a command that you give it.
All right. It's like, hey, Owl, did you get all this? Can you do the trip? What do you think, buddy?
Kind of just bobs up and down, giving you the owl.
Okay. All right, man. This is important. I trust you. Our friendship is growing also, Owl.
No, you're an owl.
Thank you.
Yep. I'm becoming more familiar with you each and every day, Owl.
Yes.
And
What a pun master.
Yes.
let's do this, dude. Let's do. All right, yeah. So we.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Discord rip again. That's okay.
No.
It's okay.
He went to
We'll
go.
keep it
He
going.
went to go slap Nano for making noises. Yeah. He. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So I'll pass the letter to the owl. Give him a clear, detailed
Honestly, I
instructions.
know it
and-
sucks, but I kind of want to wait, even for this. Like you were talking to the owl, because I'm gonna put this all back together. You know what I mean?
No, I understand. We'll wait it out. We'll probably wrap up here in a second anyway.
Yeah.
With this message going out, and then you guys will be essentially starting a new day with plans to head to the shop and then move out from there.
Well, we can't start a new day without Day himself. Snack time brought to you by gods. Are they real? Do they exist? Well, look up to the sky, find your own portal, and you can wonder why.
That was great. I love that. I don't know what gods you follow. Or you follow your gods, you follow mine. Mike, immediately you're just like, I don't follow it. I have no gods.
I don't follow
No gods, no masters.
Snack time brought to you by Fingers.
8.
Brought to you by Seven's Fingers. There's 10 of them in all. Slowly, you can collect each piece. They're finger licking good. Harlequin's Finger Snacks. That's what I should have gone. Brought to you by
yes.
Harlequin's Finger Snacks. Brought to you by Seth and Michael Denicola's foreheads.
Look at him. Look at him.
Look at him.
We're just hanging out over here in the same panel. Look at us.
If you
Look at
kind
us.
of look ahead like this, Mike, you can get your little head up. You gotta go the other way, Seth.
Oh, dang it. I'm over here?
Yeah, that's it. That's it. You're there.
Oh.
You're there. You're there. You're
Brought
doing
to you
it.
by my forehead.
It's almost like we're in the same room, Mike.
You guys are
It
the
does
same
look like-
person
It
now.
actually does look like we're in the same room.
Kiss him. Kiss him. Kiss back. You gotta kiss back, Mike. Other way. Other way. Other way. Other way. Yeah. There we go. All right, now. Yeah, he's on the cheek. Aww. Aww, it's so cute. Kiss him. Give him a kiss. Now, welcome to Samuel's Warrior Dating Site. This is where the boys kiss.
Oh my god.
We've got two handsome bachelors. One's a half-elf with quite a past, and the other one is a master of the dungeon. See what they'll like together on this puck. Now, puck her up.
You sound like Mr. Slave from South Park.
Mr. Hat. Listen, Mr. Hat. Listen. Just pucker up, boys. Or get me in there. You know what? I want some of this. Why am I over here by myself?
Nope. You're just hanging out over there.
Give me
This
all this. Oh, damn it!
Oh,
You ruined
yeah,
Austin. Austin! Go back and leave. You ruined. I'm trying to get my kisses.
Sorry, guys.
No,
Dude,
it's all good. It's all good. All right.
Glad you're back.
Talking to the
Okay,
bird.
so
Ow. Talking to the
You
bird.
affix this. You affix this little message tied onto your familiar. It's nice and secure. Kind of nods with his command, and you push open a window, and he is gone, delivering your message.
Godspeed, bird. The bird sneezes as it flies away.
Bird sneezes, and the note comes off. All good.
Thank you,
Now
sir.
we hope you feel better, Danny.
I appreciate that. And I would like to return to my room, sit in my little pose, tuck my feet under myself, you know, full around the campfire style.
Yep.
And I don't need a reply. Then again, if you would like to say something, I'll definitely take it. But I'm sorry for doubting you. If there is anything that I can do to help, whatever your fating is, show me, and I will listen. Do I hear a reply?
You do not.
That's fair.
Okay. Everybody, I'm assuming, just going to sleep. for another couple hours. So you have some time.
You have some
your
time,
little
day.
powwow.
7 day. I did my little character shit.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, we're gonna put you to. You're already rested for the purposes of the rest, which is great. You're gonna feel fine and have all your stuff. But if you have anything you want to do on your own, you have essentially a couple hours to yourself in your own room to do whatever you want to do. If it's just masturbate, you don't have to tell me. Because I know that's where you're going. Hey, man.
Sometimes all you need is, 2 or 3 of those and you're good.
At once?
Moving along.
Move along.
So, one by one, you will all come to consciousness. It is early morning.
Okay.
You all wake up, and stream's over. You wake up. Y'all can head downstairs, meet up with each other, do what you will.
To the shop. I just kind of nod at them.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
is Opcrin here? Is Opcrin here?
Or Captain Garrus?
I have to say.
Is anyone here?
Y'all wake up. You're gonna head downstairs. You all meet up downstairs. Opcrin's there. Opcrin is writing something. It looks like there's a couple other people just about and in the morning. He sees you all come upstairs. Well, good morning.
We need to talk.
I trust you all see that a lot, but I'm always here to listen. What's going on now?
Can we go to the room?
The room.
You have like the back room. I don't think it's necessarily
my office. You want to go?
Yeah, the room.
Yeah,
the office.
And where's Captain Garrus, man?
Yeah, is he alive? Is the meeting still going? We really need to talk to him.
How long is the meeting going on for?
Well, it appears that some complications have arisen. I suppose they're still having their talks, but some kind of attack last night. Something crazy. What?
The council?
What? No, not the council. It was actually around here. They're saying it was some sort of bandits or something. Guards had to break it up, and several people. Something happened in the Kraken port. You three don't have anything.
Kraken port.
To do with that, do you?
Where exactly is the Kraken port?
Hang on. I'm gonna try to get Austin's attention with my eyebrows discreetly.
Okay.
Maybe see if he can't.
Message 7. What is it?
Should we tell this guy that this is all us?
We can't have him hold us here for detainment as we wait for other people to get back.
As you all are having this conversation, you see Emmett just kind of Kraken port, and Alcrin just kind of gestures and just suppose if you all are up this early, you couldn't have been. You all look fine.
Yes, a nice party drink.
Sure. I hide my hand behind my back. Yeah, sure. We're the exact same. We're A-okay. We're
the other exchanged here. Can we just? We got something to tell you real quick. It's not that big of a deal, but I feel like maybe we should talk. And I don't want to worry the rest of the guild.
I mean,
the Free League themselves,
Right. I suppose I just hate squeezing through this door. You see him turn and duck low and get in. You all follow. You're set around a small table. Just brings all his stuff, sits down his big drinking horn, and pushes his papers off to the side and says, "Well,
we need to get a note to Archon and Garrus."
Right, I've heard this before, but let's go ahead.
We kind of need to give them a new note, a second note.
Yeah,
that's fair. Okay,
this one is
grabs a couple pieces of paper and starts dipping his quill in his ink pot.
I don't think we should. This is kind of a private matter.
You to see this? No.
Yeah, this is a.
And honestly,
love and trust you.
Yes, it's not a trust thing. I want you to be safe, Obgrin. From what I can tell, you seem honest, and I don't think...
I try to be, yes.
I don't think it's a good idea to go into the details. And if there is anything I need to do to help make you believe us, this one is not me actually fucking around.
Yeah.
Look, you three seem to have been through a lot, and if I'm being honest, it seems like you're still processing through some more things, as it were. So I'll give you the room. Feel free to write whatever you need to, seal it up, and I can either send it off. You can wait till the pickup, or if you need me to send it anywhere, I suppose, give me those instructions, and I'll see what I can do.
I would just, once we give you the note, whatever your most trusted messenger is, and when I say trusted, I don't trust anyone with this note. I think there are some bad things at play, and those bad things we'll find out. So if there's a level past that exists for you within this guild.
I think I know just the person. Give me about 5 minutes. Go ask around and see where he's at, and you finish up your note, and we'll get it sent off. All right?
Thank you.
Oh, Algrim, one last thing.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody hypothetically lost one of their digits and needed a fake finger, let's say, or a healer, either one of those things, just for aesthetics even. Do you know anybody? Is there a place I can go for that, maybe, or somebody I can talk to?
If you need to find a temple or something, there's plenty of people around. Or maybe, I'm not sure, something like bringing back an arm or a finger is a little above my head. I'm sure it can be done, but I imagine for quite a price. If you just need like a patch job, I get you could talk to Orson, see what he's got in stock. I can make you maybe something.
Let's see. We'll talk to Orson. Maybe Orson's got a thing.
Yeah, Orson knows a lot.
Little workshop accident.
Yeah,
nothing too crazy.
My mom, she had a fall on her finger.
On her finger.
Yep.
We're gonna write the note. We're gonna write the note.
Yeah, write the note.
Yeah, we're gonna write this note.
We'll write the note. That's a good idea.
Write your note. All right then. Good morning. And he'd leave. You all are in a room. What are you writing?
I don't really want to write more than one to Archon and one to Garrus, maybe. But to Archon, attacked by a god in the prison. It wasn't us. Be careful. Are there any more details that we need? I'm getting really good at note writing. I had no idea.
Could you... that takes an hour to make. I was going to say maybe if you wanted to make a little statue of the dude that attacked us so you can see how he looks, but it takes too long.
Maybe just sketch. I don't know.
A sketch is not a bad idea. Does anyone draw? I don't.
I draw dicks. I draw dicks in the book. Maybe I could use some of that dick ability.
I can use minor illusion.
Does it last?
I can use minor illusion as a small 2D illusion over the paper, and I can trace over it as a drawing.
Oh, interesting.
I'll allow it.
That's beautiful.
All right.
All right. Well,
so you list this few phrases, and he minor illusions his rendition. It's still kind of crude, but I mean it's enough of a likeness that it'd be distinguishable if it was seen again.
At the bottom, can we add some sort of like headed back to the place you first sent us?
Okay. Right. Yeah.
Something terrible is happening inside that place. This is specifically to Archon. Here are the directions. Bring help. And then draw kind of the bog, I guess.
Sure.
And
also right that the deck is behind.
Did we put the deck on there? I don't know if that's a good idea.
Maybe
the god is working with them. You know what I mean? Like attacked by a god, the god works with them. I don't necessarily want anyone who may come upon this note if it's not him to be in trouble either. Day, what do you think?
Wait. What if we say? What if we say the people who caused the commotion on the dock were also behind the prison massacre?
We caused the commotion on the dock.
No.
We're only half of what caused the commotion
No,
on the
we
dock.
didn't. We didn't turn his sister into that monster.
To be fair, you just
man.
heard Obkrin mention a bandit attack, so it doesn't even sound this. You can tell it's a little off, but
Wait, so the bandit attack's not the dock?
I mean, he mentioned it was happening at the docks. He just said
So
it was. He didn't say anything about it, like a monster or a bunch of like shady people. He said there was something about a bandit attack and the guards had to break
Information
it up.
seems to be
Like that even lets you.
So
The information seems to be off.
But Archon
You pick
knows.
that
Yeah.
up.
Archon knows. Yeah.
well, Archon was there,
Yeah, he
Yeah.
saw the monster at the very least. For us,
Yeah.
I think that
but the populace, but the
Maybe.
general populace is told something else entirely.
I think
which
it may
makes
be the
you think-
safest, right?
Yeah.
Day, what do you think?
Yeah. I think that we've said enough. We can't start incriminating ourselves. We clearly made it out alive. We'll tell them where we're going.
True.
Let's just tell them to send help. If they want to find us, maybe it's even best to tell them we did all of that and go to the bog so they're forced to come looking for us. You know, that might even help us out more. We have to maybe
Well-
let go of honesty a little bit to make sure that we cover our asses for tomorrow, because
that's-
what we're walking into, we don't even understand.
That's true. I'm kind of thinking they probably won't believe us. Or
Right.
Archon may not, and he may come
Archon
chasing.
won't.
He may come chasing anyways.
Yeah.
He seems to know what the deck is, though. He's the one who put us in prison in the first place. Which
Yeah.
I
He
think
didn't seem to protect us very much at all.
I don't know if he could protect us at all, especially from encountering that thing. That Harlequin thing, whatever it is.
I think they have enough information on this paper. I think we just need to get going. We need to find Asbjorn. And
So the note to Archon is good. Sending essentially the same thing to Garrus. Are we sending the same note to both of them?
I don't.
Or
Archon's the only one I really care about. I mean, Garrus is
yeah,
okay.
same.
So we're just this one note.
right.
Okay.
Like, do we need
Yeah.
to send something to Garrus?
Maybe a little
There's
something.
there's a small knock on the door, and Obkrin just like pokes around through the door frame and just says, "Courier's here. If y'all are ready, just so if you're still writing. Sorry, let me know."
Okay.
And heads back.
No,
around.
no, no. Yeah, maybe freaking give him that one, and then maybe just tell Obkrin to tell Garrus that
We're headed
we're going
to the,
back out to the bog.
Yeah, we're going to the bog to try and
Yeah.
deal with the thing in the sky.
Yeah,
If Garrus comes back and he wants to know more about the thing in the sky that we have a lot of great information on,
But
then
we'll be at the bog.
We'll be in the bog, and we would like to leave him directions too, like to send to the bog.
Cool. You do that. So you have your notes.
Do I see
written
this
and
courier?
Ready?
I want to know.
I mean, do you want to come outside until Obkrin you're ready? Okay. You walk out. Obkrin is there. He's like, right. Just the one then, and he just holds his hand out.
yeah.
This one is to Archon.
Right. Any others or?
Yes, just when you see Garrus, it's not of. If Garrus is looking for us, make sure he reads this. It's somewhat of an explanation.
You see him kind of tuck that one away. I'll hold on to this and hand deliver it when I see him. I expect him back this afternoon.
Nice.
It's like, if you don't mind, he kind of motions over, and you see this young man, say a human guy, kind of a tan skin. He's like a little street tough. He's wearing these like kind of very loose, baggy, like dark green pants, no shoes. He's got like a very loose fitting, almost like a gi for a shirt on, and you can see he's got several tattoos, even now down to his hands. The most prominent ones coming off like the back of his palms and about halfway up his forearms on both hands is like a swirling like smoke and ash look, as if like his hands were like on fire, so to speak. That's just the way the tattoos look. It's pretty awesome. Very ornately done. Very.
Do I recognize this guy?
I don't think you recognize him.
Or his tattoos?
You definitely, you recognize the tattoos belonging to a specific kind of culture and race of people here within Cadwell.
Do I recognize that too then?
You would probably know them a little bit, but not as much. You maybe seen a few in passing. You enough to be like, oh, I've seen that before, but not know what it is. Seven, you know a little bit more about what it is, just because they're much more heavily steeped in the lower city. These are known as the Jagaran people. They are a mix of races, typically just humans, but they're like gypsy people, if you will. They're like wandering travelers. They do
I like it.
They're very cultural heavy. They value like family and tradition. They have like these are your people that are on the street that are either like doing performances for money, putting on like street plays and stuff. Think like ancient Japanese like geisha, like kabuki theater sort of stuff. Like this is like that, but in a race and culture of people. And they are kind of your like low to middle class, like get by, but they're also they take care of each other. And they refer to themselves as if there's like, this is my mom, my dad, my sister, this is my family, but like all of the Jagaran people are family, so to speak. And they're always around and they blend in because they're all no one, so to speak. They're just, Aladdin street rat kind of style. And this kid is like about a 19, 20-year-old Jagaran boy. He's got a big grin on his face. He is full of life and looks like happy to be here. He has a huge, like hollowed out drinking gourd tied to his side, and you can just hear that thing sloshing around. He's got a number of like wooden instruments and stuff kind of hanging off his side too. You can catch like a pan flute and like some ocarina or something. He's got a bunch of little like pouches. He's like covered in stuff. He kind of looks like Street Rat Batman, as weird as I could put that. Like he's just got little pouches of stuff all over him. He's got like piercings in his eyebrows and one of his nostrils. He's got several earrings down one side. He's got a couple of tattoos spotted here and there, but he's got a lot more canvas to work with as well. Very spry and very quick. You see him pop up from the table and kind of like hoisting himself up, and he has this big spear that he's carrying, and it's actually like covered in blade. He's got like a traveler's pack would be like over the shoulder. There's like a backpack of stuff basically wrapped around the head of the spear and tied to it that he's using to carry and travel around. So you can see he can find it when he needs to, but he's just like old, hitchhiker on a railroad kind of kit. And he just kind of walks over and jumps up, looks at Obkrin and kind of claps him on the shoulder and says, "So am I delivering something, I hear? I'm Jet, by the way," and just extends his hand to all of you. Obkrin hands him the note and just says, This is Jet. I've known him since he was about 9 years old. He's been around for quite some time. He's always had the way with navigating through the city.
Shake his hand.
Yeah, very, very heartily. He takes both your hands and just shakes them. And you are. I didn't get your name. I'm sorry.
Day.
That's different, but
so's Jet.
Yeah, because Jet isn't.
Well,
because Jet's common.
Sorry, I guess that was a little rude. I just like to know who I'm dealing with. That's all.
Hello.
And you.
I'm gonna do a little flippity flip.
Okay.
Little backflip action.
Yeah.
Can make him roll for that, please?
Yeah. Go ahead and make it. You don't get to just flip in place yet, do you?
What? I should be able to flip in place. All right, it's a 12 plus
acrobatics.
Acrobatics 5, so it's a 17.
Okay, that's okay.
So you flip in place.
Turd.
And you introduce yourself.
Hello. Hey.
Wow, it's pretty good.
You look like one of those what do you call them? Jujarans?
Jagaran, but at least you've heard of us. That's nice.
Sure.
That was pretty good. In fact, when you see him sit his little pack in his spear, and with a 20, not natural, but a total of 20, he also does a backflip in place and then extends his hand out to you. It says, Jet.
Awesome. I'm gonna shake his hand.
Yeah.
Pleasure.
Are we doing
to meet
backflips
you.
now? Is it my turn? Is that?
I didn't get your name. To you, Seven.
They call me Seven.
Right. I suppose I'll join them.
No.
And I'll call you Seven.
Nice to meet you,
and-
Jet.
And you, turning to you.
You can call me Mr. Whalen, and I hold up my hand.
Okay. Shakes it. Right. Sorry, you're the serious one. I guess this is your message I'm sending.
I pull him in closer, and I don't let go of his hand.
Okay.
Jet. Can I
that's
trust
me.
you?
I think trust is something that's earned. So how about a little demonstration? If you don't mind, that is.
Do you need me to do something, or
Just take a seat if you don't mind. He walks over and you see him turn and sit on the edge of one of the table, and he just puts both his hands up on the table and is just, come on, just sit down for a second. Only take a minute, I promise.
I sit? Then
Okay. He pulls the note out and sits it on the table, and he looks at it for a minute and sits it back down. Goes through his pack, and you see him pull out some bits of paper, and then he reaches into one of his pouches, grabs some thread, and you see him bite off some twine from the end of one of his packs that was bound up with something, and he's folding this paper really quickly, wraps it in this stuff, and sits down. You just see him moving very quickly. Puts all this stuff down, and he sits there and smiles at you. After a couple minutes, puts his hands back on the table, and standing in front of you are three identical-looking bound letters. And he is full on cup and ball, moving them all around for a minute, and sits them down again and says, "Which one did you write?"
I like this kid.
Huh. That's a good trick. It's not.
Here, I want to try to steal something small off of him, not to attack him, but just to show him that I've got tricks too.
Go for it. So you're gonna creep up behind him and make a sleight of hand.
Yeah, well, just maybe when I shook his hand, I took something like a thief takes your watch off your wrist without you knowing.
Yeah, go for it.
All right, come on, dice. It's a 9, but sleight of hand is a 7, so it's 16.
Okay. And Emmett, you inside kind of see this. You see Seven sneak in. He's being quiet about it. He goes to reach in, and Jet's still facing you. Seven, you get just close enough and go to lift something off of him, and say, "If you want your book back, I'll give it back to you in just a moment. Let me finish with Emmett first, please."
Hey!
He knows my name.
I like this guy. I like this guy.
Wayland. So that's my fault. I'm just
okay.
no.
I was like, oh shit, he knows my name too. Is he a fucking
No.
god? Is all these gods in here?
Let me finish with Mr. Wayland. and I'll give you...
Dude, Seven's gonna laugh real hard and give this kid a pat on the back and maybe a little shake.
Okay. Yeah, and he's just grinning and still looking right at you.
It's cool, man.
It's dope, dude.
It's not that I
it's
don't trust that you're probably very capable. I want to know that this letter goes to only the person it's intended to, and no one else.
Look, reading people's mail only gets you in trouble. I've learned that in the past. I don't care what I'm sending. It's on you if you're getting me into some kind of terrible death trap or whatever.
You're not. That's not really.
I've sent messages for Obkrin and Garrus, and nobody believes it. I've sent some messages to the Duke. Okay, it'll get there. I promise. And if anyone's trying to stop me, I'd like to see them try. At the very least, they got to be better than me.
I trust him.
He collects all the letters.
Do what I do than I am.
I lean
Hold on to
in.
you.
I lean in as close as possible, and I whisper just into his ear. Do you work for the deck?
He kind of pulls back when you say that.
Oh my god, dude!
For a moment.
It's like saying Voldemort, Adam.
No. In fact, I'm doing all I can to track them down and put a stop to whatever they have going on in the city. This is my home.
Can I tell this guy's being legit?
Go for it. Insight check him.
Do I
if you
trust him?
want. Insight check him.
How dare you copy my insight check?
Haha, bitch. 12.
How?
Okay.
14 plus 2, 16.
He seems genuine. You only just met him, but he doesn't seem like he's showing off, and that's kind of the point of this. So you get that he's being a little more grandiose, but it's more just he's showcasing his skills and showing you that he is capable and that he can be trusted. And especially Emmett, at your main intuition into stuff about the deck, you saw how he was like, "How do you know about them? Why would you say that?" And then he's got his own personal reasons for also hating them.
I would like to put my hand out and say, "The name is Emmett. It's very nice to meet you, Jed. I trust him."
Shakes your hand and says, "Thank you. Likewise. And I guess for business reasons, we can keep it Mr. Wayland if you prefer."
No one calls me that. I just was kind of scared. Also, that's the one I wrote, the one on the left, right? Am I right?
He hands it to you. You open it up, and it is a blank piece of, and he just smiles, and he stuffs the other ones into his pocket.
He's good.
He reaches behind himself and pulls out a small little red leather book as well, and says, "And I think this is yours, right?"
Yeah. That's my magic book.
That's how we all met. He did the thing that
you can do a little, a little magic. That's
not
really. Like him.
Barely. Wait, where's my owl at?
You have an owl.
No, I mean I'm asking you, Seth. It's my owl back.
Do you want to check for him?
Yeah. Can I do like a little mental before I say it aloud? Can I just like do a little like mental like, "Hey, owl, you within 100 feet of me?" Okay, you hear this?
Yeah, and you get a mental response of, "I'm in the."
Of what?
"I'm in the kitchen."
Oh, in the kitchen. Man, you do love to eat, owl. I'll give you that much. All right. Well, come on. If you don't mind, if you got a free moment, owl, would you mind coming close, hanging out? Maybe
you hear a couple of like clattering of pots and pans, and you hear a couple people exclaim, and this white owl flies out of the kitchen and lands on your shoulder. And you see Jet, you're just like, "Holy shit, that's cool." How did you train him? How did you what did you do? How did you even find it? I've never seen an owl like.
It's this book. We're going to pretend that this book is red. Use your imagination.
I should.
It's a sweet little book. Maybe when I'm done with it, you might want to give it a look. Jet, you seem like a cool guy.
Thanks, I appreciate that, but I clearly have an errand to run for you guys.
I hope to see more of you in the future, and I also hope you don't die at any point because it's very dangerous in this city. There's
It can be, yeah, but I the trick is avoiding the danger, and that's my job. If you guys don't need anything else, I suppose I'll be heading off. And you see him kind of gathering his stuff, picks up his bag again, just knocks his spear over his shoulder. Well, I suppose I'll catch you guys later. See Obgrin, and he turns. Obgrin's just kind of standing there, giving a grin and just twirling one end of his mustache, and he says, "Told me to get someone you trusted, so I figured I might as well go with the best, right?"
Is he in this guild? He's in this free league.
No, we've tried, trust me, but he kind of likes the anonymity, I suppose. It's worked out for him.
I tried to pull Day and 7 in. Maybe he wants to be part of the Dragons Guild. I'm just gonna throw this out there. That kid's fucking awesome. Okay, don't tell Obgrin that we have our own little free league. You know, it's like, but like if you guys want to start one, that kid's in. That kid is.
Are you guys doing like a huddle? Or like
just a little huddle.
He reminds me of a young version.
If you
he's
you
like
guys
a really
have any other
cool
messages
he's like a nice,
or
he's like a way nice better version.
You guys have a little
he's such like a sweet version of you.
I'll be working.
Than me.
Yeah, he's
welcome.
He's cool. I like his spirit. You see his
guy's great.
Yeah, I love him. All right, thank you, Obgrin.
Obgrin's just back in his office, sitting down, working on some stuff. And I feel like this is a good place. We'll stop right here. Since we're a little over because of the technical difficulties, but pretty good. So you sent your message off. We'll pick up from there. And just because
we end
I have it, and I want to tease everybody, you guys and everyone.
You trying to tease?
We'll be getting there.
We'll tease.
Well, this is definitely where we're heading. I already took a picture, so I'll rebuild it. But this is where we headed.
Oh boy!
Oh, what is this?
What is this?
What this is?
Oh,
I'll
snap.
have to wait until
week
next
2,
week.
Week 7 tease?
We'll see what
happens.
Oh
Wait.
What? You know what that is?
The stream didn't get a tease. The stream didn't get the tease.
Okay.
The stream didn't get the tease.
Get one last little
Get the big tease. Screenshot. Everybody, screenshots ready. Print screen ready.
Screenshot.
Print screen.
We got VODs. We got all kinds of stuff.
Ooh.
I got a pretty good idea.
That is where Asbjorn is dying. Asbjorn!
We'll see.
That's the sound of Asbjorn.